One podcast at a time.
Are you actually listening to his podcast?
No, he's coming on mine.
Steve Mason and John Ireland, today at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
You are never too old for a family. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is dedicated to finding forever families for children who have been waiting in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Here we go, Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr.
The far side. You ready for the far side? I'm in the far side. You're in the far side.
Go. Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Yeah!
Yes,
a lot of magic tricks, DeMarco. How you feeling this morning?
I am feeling terrific. How about yourself?
I'm in a great mood today.
Good.
I'm in a great mood
You're
today.
always in a great mood.
Yeah, usually I'm in a pretty good mood. Today
I wonder why.
I'm elevated a little bit.
It's dry January, and it's working.
Well, look, I had a moment last night. I was telling you about a second ago. I went out with some old friends.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about it.
Old baseball buddies.
Yeah, it was great. Nothing. It was good, and I wasn't like
I checked.
having the DTs.
So he showed me the picture of his coach. He's going to tell you the story, and all his teammates. And what did I zoom in on?
The table.
The table. What was I looking for?
Beers.
And I'm counting. There's Travis. You're there. Where's your drink? And it was
club soda with
There
wine.
you go. Way to go, big man.
Terribly disappointing, but it was great.
I'm proud of you.
It was great.
So you didn't drink during golf and
Nope.
around baseball friends.
Or during a football weekend.
There you go.
Not easy to do.
We're winning.
Or during a Friday night out or a Saturday night out, we're doing all right. No, I'm in a good mood because I had a great night last night.
Tell me about it.
I really did. Emily's heard me tell this story before. Jorge's heard me tell this story before, and I got to see my old high school baseball coach last night, John Myers, head coach at Arcadia High School. His number hangs in the outfield. They retired his number. Just a legend of a coach and a guy. And me,
what a blessing for you.
And about 9 or 10 of my some of them were my teammates. Other guys were just other players that had gone through the program.
Yeah. But all the guys that he coached.
All guys that he had coached.
Different
and
eras.
we got to go sit with him last night and tell old stories and laugh. And it's just, he made an incredibly positive impact in my life.
Yeah.
And somebody that I hold very dear to me.
Yeah.
And to get a chance to spend time with him and tell
What's
him
his name?
John Myers.
John Myers.
Yeah.
What high school?
Arcadia High School.
Arcadia High School. Keep saying that. I love these people. They're the salt of the earth. Really, when we talk about athletics on any level, it starts with guys like him.
Yeah.
That teach guys like us.
Yeah.
So Arcadia High School, his name is again?
John Myers.
John Myers. What'd you learn from him?
To compete.
Yeah.
To have your teammates' backs.
That's big.
To care.
To trust.
Yeah,
that's big.
All of those things.
Yeah.
To find
Don't you start crying in here.
I'm close. to find a way to get it done. Even look, you play on a team.
Yep.
And there are going to be guys on your team that you're not crazy about.
Yeah.
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
Figure it out anyway.
You got to work.
Figure it out anyway, and all of that stuff. And we got to tell him we love him. And it's I was telling you, and I've told this story. He had a little bit of a health scare about a year or so ago. He's doing a lot better. So it was just it was a great night out. And I don't know. He listens, by the way. They were asking me questions about you.
What?
Just
really?
They want to know your deal.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No.
They do.
Okay.
And so they might be listening right now.
Hi, fellas.
If not, I'm going to make sure that they hear it. We love you, Coach. It was great to see you. Glad you're feeling well, and you made a big impact
you left
on
out
a
the
lot of
best
us.
part, though.
What's that?
That you have to give Susan some credit.
Oh, I told that part, but
did you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this goes back a couple of years ago, where I was telling one of my kids who was having a hard time with a coach, who I do not think was a great coach, and hey, you got to find a way to deal with it anyway. That guy's not a good coach. He's the coach. You got to do what he says. You got to live with what he says.
Yeah, you're not going to win that.
If you don't like it, you don't have to play, but he's the coach, and this is light. And if you're lucky, you'll get a good one at some point.
Right.
And he asked me, did you ever have a good one? I said, yes, and I told him the story about this. And I was telling Susan that story, and Susan told me, did you ever tell Coach Myers that? And I said, I don't think so. She goes, well, you should. So I did. And
nice.
that's how this whole thing got started.
I felt the same way. I did not know. I assumed my coaches knew how I felt.
Yeah.
And I was told, you should tell them. You should absolutely tell them. And it's magical when it happens. I really appreciate everything you've done for me.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from you. I told you that the guy that was in college, he was an unrelenting P. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Sounds like
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
got you.
you
Just keep
that
going.
guy.
Keep going.
He just drove me from day one until I left school.
Yeah.
Couldn't stand the guy. I thought he hated me.
Yeah.
He was the first guy I called when I made the team.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you for everything.
Yep.
I've never been pushed so hard. I learned so much. And he said, I really appreciate hearing that from you. And it was just, amazing.
You might not appreciate it at the time, but
Yeah.
with time, you'll realize the coach that doesn't push you is not a good coach.
Yeah, that's true. The one that stops talking to you.
They gotta push you, because if they're just telling you everything's great, they either aren't doing their job or they don't give a damn about you.
I would tell these rookies that. Like when they would panic and you see guys, and it doesn't matter position, they would get so nervous. Like, how come the coach is on me so much?
Because he cares. He thinks you're pretty good.
I said, don't worry about when he's yelling at you. Worry about when he stops.
Right.
Yeah, that means he doesn't care. Yeah, so it's weird. So my deal. Your friends want to know my deal?
Well, they just because since the last
Born
time
and raised Bay Area?
Since the last time I saw them, you and I were not doing the show together.
Oh, okay.
So for them, like, hey, tell me about DeMarco. What's he like? You know, it's the same question.
Born and
I'm
raised
sure you get.
Raider fan.
Yes.
Love the Raiders until I played them. Now I can't stand them. Hate them all. Hate the fans too. But I used to be one of them.
There you go.
Went to school in Seattle. Came back here. Played for the Rams. Moved twice.
Yeah, he did move twice.
Bumped into you, and here we are.
Here we are.
Right.
Fast way. You left out
married
the part
twice.
You left out the part where you won the Super Bowl.
Well, that too. That's in there. Played ball.
that was you won the Super Bowl. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and here we are. Yes, there we go.
Here we are.
There's my deal. Everybody has a
is your
deal.
Everybody does have a deal. Deals.
I was going to share about a coach that made an impact on me, just because we're doing that because it's lovely to talk about these people, and he has since passed, but we used to talk to him a lot. And his name is Mike Klusner, and he was my swim coach. And I just went through a period of time when I was like 8, 9, 10 where I was really not doing well, but I really liked to do this sport, and he would just like take me aside and like just do like little things to just give me the confidence to like keep going. Like I had he's like, here's your times. That doesn't mean that you're doing poorly. I know how hard you're working. And it really like instilled this idea that like somebody is seeing me. Someone is seeing the effort that I'm putting into this and can push me a little further. And then my younger sister, Maggie, she had a hip issue, and Coach Mike also got her through that and everything. He was such an amazing person on getting down to these like pre-teens level and like really telling them stuff that would impact them and how they think about themselves in the future. So I'm sorry that Mike's gone, but he was really impactful on all of us.
You should do that. We should have a shout-out week for coaches. I want to highlight.
I love that
these
idea.
People. I really do. I
love that idea.
They are so important.
Do it today. If you want to
yeah.
call us today and give your guy a shout or your girl a shout, do it.
Please do.
877-710
And I want to hear the story, too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
me
there's
too.
a guy in my neighborhood. His kids have aged out, and he takes care of the fields.
It's awesome.
The softball fields.
I love that. I love that.
I love Jeff Huber. There I said it.
Let me share this. Go
Please.
ahead.
No.
Okay, so I recently ran into old high school buddies of mine. And we started talking about, hey, do you still play soccer? Do you not? And we just kind of, do you still keep in touch with this guy? I'm like, does anybody have Johnny's number? Johnny was our high school coach, Johnny Gonzalez. He was a CHP officer, so he made sure we were straight, you know, like he was a CHP. So he rode motorcycles. So I got his number. I gave him a call. And he's like, hey, George, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. I told him I have a family now, this, and this. I work in sports radio now. I've done TV. He's like, oh, you've made it. He's like, I've always pushed you guys to think outside ball, outside soccer, and focus on something else, and you made it. And then after high school, Tony Gonzalez, another Gonzalez, they're not related, but he showed me to, like, there's always a plan for something. Every time we play, we practice as a plan. Once you understand the plan, can you execute it? There's always going to things are never going to go the way we plan them, but can you refocus and reshift and plan to finish whatever to execute that plan, and lessons like that, man, they just stick with you, like people like that believe in you.
And here you are,
exactly.
Just the kids that don't get those messages,
no.
Those basic little messages. You know what I'm saying?
And
team
parents,
sports are so important.
Oh my God!
Oh, yeah.
And they interfere. They don't let the coach a lot of times because my kid's not getting enough at bats. He's not getting enough shots. He's not getting enough
self-sabotage.
Yeah, it's like some of these guys are pretty good at what they do.
Teach your kid resiliency. Teach your kid to demand that time. Teach your kid to work hard to earn that spot.
To earn it, absolutely. To earn the stuff. And not have it given to you. Yeah.
And then we're stubborn at one point because Tony wanted me to play forward. he's like, oh, you're a forward, you're a scorer, you can do this. I'm like, Tony, I've played all my high school. I've played in the defense. I like to play on the left wings, right or left wing. He's like, you're a forward. Every time in practice, I would score 2-3 goals in practice. First game of the season, me playing under him, he puts me at forward. I was like, Tony, I don't want to play here. I scored 2 goals that day. He's like, I know where I can use you. Right?
Yeah.
After that, he's like, okay, I'm gonna put you in the defense. And I had a good game, three games. I did really good on defense. And he's like, I guess I can use you in both. He's like, you're a weapon. I can use you
anywhere.
That's
great.
Yeah, so
man,
he's like, but they see that in you. Like it's just hard to explain, but they see potential in you.
And they help you believe in yourself.
Oh yeah.
And it.
Or
it's
see
great.
something about you. Randy used to say just the most god-awful stuff. Randy Hart's his name. And I asked him, like, why did you always say stuff like that? He called me pork ball. Just these little names that would just drive me crazy because you knew everybody heard it and they would say it. Like, why would you do that? You play better when you're mad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, why didn't you just say that?
Yeah.
Well, I just couldn't.
Because you weren't going to get mad at that.
Right.
Yeah, I actually need you to be mad.
And he showed me. He's like, look, on film, you play better when you're mad. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. Now I know. Yes.
It's great.
Makes sense.
I think there's a big difference sometimes between coaching young girls and young men, too.
Okay.
Because you told that to me, I would cry.
So this was our softball thing. Boys have to play well to feel good. Girls have to feel good to play well.
I believe that.
That's very accurate.
Okay, so that's how we went about
look,
coaching.
Not all girls are the same, and not all boys are the same. That some boys, if you tell him he sucks, he's going to believe you.
Yeah, that's true.
So some guys, if you tell him he sucks, he's like, oh yeah, well watch this. Like you got to know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
it's the carrot and stick. Because I think you told me this when I was coaching both co-ed and girls water polo.
Yeah.
I was like, boys need sometimes a little more stick than carrot.
Stick.
Girls need more carrot than stick.
Yeah, you suck. Well, I guess I suck. And then
that's true.
You and I think me, and then it's like, I don't suck.
Yeah.
Watch this. Give me a chance. I'll show you if
I
and then
hate
guess what he
bullies,
got?
And I hate bad coaches.
Tony used to look at you and he's like, hey man, are you any good?
Yeah.
And then you would look at your dad or your friend. He's like, don't look at your friend. I'm asking you, are you any good?
Yeah.
And then he's like, that's where we're going to start. You got to start believing in yourself, kid.
That was one of the things that Coach Myers always had. He goes, when you would get there, and at the time, Arcadia High School was 10, 11, 12. Middle school was 7, 8, 9.
Oh,
so you could go to high school until 10th grade.
Oh, nice.
And so you would go to high school at 10th grade, and, you thought, to your point, Jorge, that you're hot, you know what? And one of the very first things out of his mouth, the first time we see, he goes, I don't think you're good enough to play here.
Wow. First thing ever?
Yep.
Wow.
And again, it's
just
one
to
of
see how you react.
To see how you react and to see what you do next.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay. Let's go.
Let's test
Put
that.
me in there. Let's see how this goes. I bet I am.
Be pointing everything at you.
Yeah.
Remember that?
And guess what he got? The best version of the guy that you wanted.
Name again, one more time.
John Myers.
John Myers.
Yeah.
Shout out to Coach Myers. Yes,
Love
sir.
you, Coach, and everybody that was there last night, and many, many more, I'm sure feel the
Don't ever
very
ask
same
me
way.
what my deal is again. Say it to my face.
Speaking of baseball, this is from Bob Nightingale. The Dodgers officially announced Roki Sasaki signing with a press conference this afternoon at Dodger Stadium.
Hey, I
so
saw
I'm
him
sure we'll
hugging
pull
LeBron.
some clips from that. And
They had to wait till he was done meeting LeBron last night.
I saw him hugging LeBron. How
Let's
about
talk
that?
about that. It was cool to see, and I think there's just yet another advantage that the Dodgers have when it comes to recruiting potential free agents. Not necessarily LeBron, but kind of LeBron. Kind of LeBron. That's next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio. For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming LAX.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL, realfathersrights.com/710, or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights, the Father's Rights Attorneys.
Hey, it's Bethel Duran. When you get into an auto collision and damage your vehicle, there's only one spot for you to call. That's my guy Leo at Active Collision. Experienced paint and body technicians will make your car look like it's brand new. You get a free estimate when you call 626-330-0100. They work with all insurance companies. Mention 710 and you get 50% off your insurance deductible. Call 626-330-0100, 626-330-0100, or visit activecollisionrepair.com.
All right, I've got the chips and soda covered. What about you?
I'm bringing chicharrones and the MVP, guac. Northgate Gonzalez Market makes the best guacamole. It's made fresh every day with quality ingredients, so it's always delicious. And the best part, they make it exactly the way I want it. I get extra jalapenos for me and no jalapenos for the kids. We both win.
Score a touchdown every time with guacamole from Northgate Gonzalez Markets. It makes every party a winner. The guacamole from Northgate Gonzalez Market. It's the flavor that unites us. Northgate Gonzalez Market. Every visit has a story.
In tough times, no one stands alone. The recent wildfires have deeply impacted our LA community, leaving many of our neighbors facing unimaginable hardship. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, or just need someone to talk to, hope is just a call away. Call the LA County Department of Mental Health's 24/7 helpline at 1-800-854-7771 for free emotional support, service referrals, or crisis counseling. Or visit dmh.lacounty.gov/gethelpnow/. We're in this together, LA. Stay strong.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text HIM to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text HIM to 321-321. That's HIM to 321-321.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Well, beat the drum and hold the phone. The sun came out.
Blankety blank little curveball is going to get people out. I don't know what to tell you. What?
That is a great story.
What?
Wow.
Uh-oh. This is
what
different.
happened? So what happened after that?
I went back out there and started throwing more fastballs because I believed him for half a second.
Oh, really?
And then I'm like, I'm gonna do it, and it worked.
And it worked.
So good. Turns out it was the best pitch I had. Didn't have much, but I did have that.
Nice.
Lakers win last night. Yeah. What's up, Larry?
Oh, I just want to hear this part. Oh, put me in, coach.
Yes, sir. They should win.
It's a good baseball.
They better win.
Good baseball song.
Great sports song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
that from Bull Durham? When
that's
started
in
to
there.
listen to Crash,
Yeah.
they played this song. That's
They also played it in Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off on the Disney Channel.
Did they? Oh, okay.
It's a great song. John Fogerty, I think, is who it is.
Yes.
Yeah. The Bruce Springsteen Glory Days song.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good song. I like it. It's not a good baseball song.
Really?
Yeah, no.
He can throw that speedball by you?
There you go,
I
buddy.
knew it.
There you go, buddy.
Okay, does that bother you?
Yes,
it's speedball.
There's never been a speedball in the history of baseball.
That is a cool name for a fastball.
Speedball. It's fastball.
I knew it. Just that one line.
You don't speed like, hey, give me the speedball. What?
That sounds kind of cool, though, doesn't it?
It's not a bad turn of phrase, but it's not a pitch.
It's not baseball. It's not something. I've heard this before. I didn't know it was that serious. Speedball. It really makes you mad.
It's the same thing like the kid at the end of The Natural throwing like he'd never seen a baseball before. It's like, this is the best. Oh, this movie sucks.
I was thinking about you watching Jerry Maguire. Do you know how that movie ends?
Where the kid throws the ball over the fence, right? Yeah.
Did you see how he threw it?
Not great.
I thought about,
but again,
about you. I'm like, you're ruining the movie again.
What they should have done is made the kid, instead of that, we might have had some here, it's like, make sure that kid goes to law school and becomes an agent.
There you go.
Because he's not going to be playing.
Make it realistic.
Yeah,
okay,
for sure.
You saw what I saw. Okay.
It doesn't take, you don't have to be a scout to know if someone can play catch or not. You don't have to be a professional athlete to know whether or not. So, look, I guarantee you, if we took 10 kids and all I had to have them do is play catch back and forth, two throws,
Just
two
play
catches.
catch, yeah.
2 throws, 2 catches. And you had 100 kids, and I could pick the 10 that I want based on 2 throws and catches. I'd pick the 10 best guys.
Just based on how it's 2 throws, 2 catches.
Yes.
So you know who can't throw a baseball.
Yes.
Okay, so that kid's never thrown a baseball in his life.
Not until rehersal that morning when they said, "Hey, I need you to throw this."
That's it.
No, doesn't work like that. Lakers beat the Wizards last night.
They should.
The Zards.
They should. Yeah, the Wizards. Good. So halfway point of the season, which we'll get to in a second. The Lakers are 23-18 at the halfway point. They're in 6th place. They are closer to the 11 than they are the 4, but they're not super far away from either one of them. But they're kind of right where we thought.
Real test is tomorrow.
Yeah,
Here comes
Celtics.
another good team.
Yeah.
And the Lakers haven't played that well versus good teams.
No.
So beating the Wizards, yay!
At least they did.
At
least
food,
they did.
It's sustenance.
Yeah.
It's a cracker if you're starving.
Yeah.
Now the real meal is tomorrow. And like we always say, either seafood or beef food. Which one do you think they are right now? Food for the Celtics, probably.
Yeah,
I mean, who knows? I'm
mean,
hoping for the best, but I think we can be realistic and honest about what we're seeing.
Celtics are better than the Lakers.
And that's it.
not a stretch.
And there's not much you can do about it. Yeah.
We'll talk about the game. We'll talk about where the Lakers are in just a sec. But I thought there was a moment last night that was interesting where LeBron kind of goes over to the sidelines and daps up Roki Sasaki.
Gave him a hug.
Sasaki's at the game. First of all, I've seen Roki Sasaki pitch. I saw him pitch in the WBC a couple of years ago, and he looked young then, and he was a couple of years ago.
That dude is fresh-faced.
Dude.
Yeah, bro.
Whoa.
Got some nice hair.
Well, he's got great hair.
Yeah.
He's fresh-faced. I love that phrase.
Yeah.
And he's thin.
Super thin.
Yeah.
Taller than I thought,
6'4".
Because LeBron is, 6'8"?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's 6'4". He's
right
by
there.
any standard, he's a
He filled
bigger
up that
person.
NFL... That NBA chair he was in.
Yeah.
Like, you look like you fit in that thing. Yeah.
Let's give Sasaki some In-N-Out burgers, some American-style food. I think I'll fill
Why
out
do
with
you want to mess up his skin like that? Dude's skin is perfect.
In-N-Out's pretty good.
That's what I'm saying, though. It's not worth the pimples, though. Come on.
But I was just kind of thinking about it. Like, I get that the Dodgers can offer you the opportunity to win. They offer you the opportunity to basically go to the postseason every year.
Yeah.
And then if/when you're a free agent, they're capable of paying you as much as anybody else, right? If not way, way, way more.
Yes.
So
it's the Notre Dame of baseball.
Right. They have some built-in advantages just based on that stuff. But I wonder if stuff like that isn't like just that extra little something, because L.A., you want to come here, you want to sit courtside and meet LeBron James or whoever the next megastar of that team is. You want to go when Shohei Ohtani showed up at SoFi and
awesome.
got to meet all Aaron Donald and all of those guys. It's just there's something about being a celebrity in Los Angeles that's different than both for the better and the way better. Like, if you want to be anonymous, we'll leave you alone here. If you want to be a man around town, you can be a man around town. Like, you get the best of both worlds.
If you're out here for a celebrity and to make a buck on that side of it, of course, this is where you want to be, here or New York.
Yeah.
There's more eyeballs here than anywhere in the world. And like you said, LeBron is here. It is a recruiting pitch.
Yeah.
For free agents. And I don't know what you call Sasaki. What is he? A rented borrow?
He's a free agent without the price tag of a free agent.
Then what do I call that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude,
I don't know.
Please.
Free agent with an asterisk.
Yeah.
What is it again?
Asterisk.
Okay.
Call him a speedball.
Yeah, we'll call him a speedball. He's a speedball. Yeah, perfect.
If you want to recruit free agents and speedballs, it will definitely help being in LA when you have that sort of pull. When LeBron James, the most famous guy on the planet, next to a few guys, comes over and daps you up. Dude, imagine what that does for him. Everybody saw that.
I'm not going to. I think there's a video out there somewhere, and I'm not saying this in any way to be derogatory towards the Anaheim Ducks. I am an Anaheim Ducks fan, but I remember their video of Ohtani at a Ducks game. I'm like, oh, cool, look, Ohtani's here. Hey, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then there's Ohtani shows up at the Laker game. at the Rams game last year, and the place comes off the hinges.
Yeah.
And then there's Yamamoto at the Laker game last year, and all of a sudden there was a Yamamoto's at the Laker game, and it's this wave of enthusiasm. Roki gets introduced last night. It's a wave of excitement that being on the Dodgers is just way different than being on a team.
Now, here, let me just one thing, lob this back at you because I'm having fun with this. You guys are ruining baseball stuff, and you know you're doing it because you know it's true. Greg says the same thing. He loves the tears from people that are crying. You too. Look at your face. You're enjoying it.
What? Give me that Jack Flaherty quote, please. Go ahead.
So the next guy, the next speedball or free agent that signs here, right?
Yeah.
Is basically KDing it. You're coming here to win a guaranteed ring. You're jumping the line, or almost the best.
I'm with you up until
the closest
very
guarantee you can get to winning a ring.
That I agree.
You're jumping the line. You're not going through the hard stuff.
This is Jack Flaherty.
I agree with everything you said, other than guaranteed.
So we
ring,
have to take back all the bad stuff we said about KD. Okay.
And this is what he said on Twitter last night. He says, a certain team is not ruining baseball. A lot of other teams are just doing very little.
I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if anybody has the deep pockets like this.
Not as deep.
You don't have a Japanese ATM.
Not as deep. That is true.
Yeah.
But I've seen this all over the place. A friendly reminder that the guy who owns your favorite team is a billionaire too.
True. But if he tries to do this, and he may not have the deepest pockets or as deep as the Dodgers, and if it fails, he goes out of business.
No, he would have a bad
or
team.
Sell.
He would have a bad team. But look, nobody goes broke with these teams ever.
Or you could really hurt yourself financially if this doesn't work out.
I don't think so.
I think they could.
They could damage their baseball team by going big. And let's just say Juan Soto, and this I don't think this is going to happen, but let's just say Juan Soto just face plants from this point forward.
Okay.
They're in a world of hurt. Because if all of a sudden you are paying this guy this amount of money and he can't perform, it's like, I don't know if I can go pay. Steve Cohen's a bad example because he's got more money than anybody. But the Dodgers don't have the worry of, if this doesn't work out, we're dead in the water. If this doesn't work out, we'll just do it again.
What do you call that? Is it blank you money? Who has more blank you money in baseball? Yankees and Dodgers.
And the Mets. That Cohen
and
guy.
The Mets.
Cohen is on that level, too.
So some people can do it, but they don't have the same.
I get it. But this idea that, we can't do anything, that's not true.
You can do something, but you can't do this. You can't do what they're doing.
I think the phrase I'm looking for is, I don't give a damn.
See, there it is.
Let's go.
It's better at the top.
Sounds like
I'll say it.
For the first time in a long time.
Yes.
I can't wait for I've always looked forward to baseball season, but I'm going to enjoy,
of course,
162 baseball games. Last year, you were like, it's like, cool, we won again tonight, but I just can't, let's go, let's do it again.
Yeah, see,
let's do it again.
Life is fun behind Trojan walls.
Who's pitching tonight? Who cares? It's an ace.
Look at you.
Who cares?
You're going to see this is going to bastardize your love of the sport. Watch.
Yeah, no.
You're going to see all these records fall.
We'll see.
Come on.
If they'll all have a little LA next to them, I won't. I'll be digging that.
Let's go, KD.
For sure. Yeah. Look, if KD weren't such a grump, I don't think people would have gotten so on him.
It's like you already got the Rolling Stones and you just signed the Beatles. That's what I'm saying. That's what it felt like.
Hell of a show.
Right. Dude,
hell of a
how
show.
much bigger can you
let's
get?
go. Build 2 stages.
Wow.
Mick over here and Paul and John over there, and let's go.
What about the rest of us?
Hey, you see this hoodie right here?
Yeah.
I just gotta buy Velcro and for the different years.
That's right.
Have to be put
Just
on
go ahead and buy another one right now. Just put 2025. Go ahead. Just go ahead and do it now.
In the words of Bart Scott, can't wait. Can't wait. All right, let's do the Lakers at the halfway point of their season. About what we thought, that's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason in Ireland today at 1 after Travis and DeMarco.
And every time this airs, $1,000 off Invisalign or braces treatment. Just go to BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and enter the code SMILE and you're on your way.
So enter the code SMILE at BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and I could get $1,000 off Invisalign?
Yes, absolutely.
And what if I wanted to just call the office? Can I get the offer that way?
Yes, absolutely. Just say SMILE and you heard it on ESPN.
877-7 Let's do this.
Yes.
Or, Monica, as I like to say, BeverlyHillsOrtho.com.
Bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, crowd rocking for Rotolo Chevrolet's top hitter, Mike Capozio. He's facing off with the Bulldog, and these two have quite the history. Here's the pitch. Oh, he got all of it. That ball is out of here like a red Corvette, and it's going and going and going. Yes!
Dad, are you having that dream again?
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
Hey, it's Steve Farr. If you're like me, you just don't want to watch the game. You want the best experience every time. That's why Absolute Sport is a game changer. VIP access to the biggest games, exclusive pregame parties, luxury hotels, whether it's courtside, ringside, or the 50-yard line, Absolute Sport makes sure you're there, not just watching, you're living the action. Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your next sporting experience absolutely unforgettable.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text TAP to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text TAP to 321-321. That's TAP to 321-321.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
It's a great song.
It is a good song. It's a toe tapper.
A good montage song.
It's a great song with one glaring exception.
Speedball.
Yeah.
I think there's interviews with him talking about this.
He has. Look, I'm not the only one with this opinion. It's a popular opinion, but I don't know if it was just.
I thought it was something.
Was it a rhyming issue?
Yeah.
Is it a what?
Was it a rhyming issue?
No, just speedball. That's what he picked. Yeah. He can throw that speedball. He could have said fastball.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't want it to be a baseball song and put speedball out there to throw you off. I don't know.
Is there a sport where there is a speedball that I'm unaware of?
I thought it was cool, though, speedball. Yeah.
Anyway. The fact that you knew right away tells you all you need to know.
Anything related to baseball and uniforms.
Yep.
It is a drug. So
speedball.
Maybe something about that.
No, that's cocaine and heroin together,
yes.
right? Yeah. I wouldn't recommend that either. That seems like a risky combination.
Or maybe that's what he meant.
According to Google,
speedball by it, make you look like a fool boy. I don't know.
According to Google, speedball combines the basic skills of soccer, football, and basketball.
Oh,
and it's played outdoors on a football or soccer.
By who?
I don't think
a made-up person.
Bruce Springsteen and his family. Well, yeah. Look, I think it's fair to say that me criticizing Bruce Springsteen about music is certainly something
you
that I
weren't
should
criticizing, just that one little part. Yeah.
All right, the Lakers are 23-18 at the halfway mark. They played 41 games. We're halfway there. That's sixth place in the Western Conference. So out of the play-in by a hair.
Yeah.
They are closer to being out of the play-in than they are to hosting a first-round series. They're closer to the 11 than they are to the 4, but not by a huge margin.
Closer to the 11 than to the 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Had to say that slow.
Yeah. So I believe they're 2.5 games from the 11, and they're 4 games from the 4.
Okay.
So close, but this is exactly where I thought they would be at the halfway point. I couldn't tell you, are they going to win this game or lose it? I don't know. But if you would have said, where are they going to be at the halfway point? I don't know, somewhere between 6 and 10, and they're at 6 and nearly in 10.
How long until they lose their aura? How long?
Describe the aura?
Like, do Clipper fans believe they're going to win a championship? Like year in and year out? Believe. Like
no.
Like this year is our year?
I think they're hopeful, but I don't know if they believe it.
I'm trying to think of a middling NBA team. They show up. They love their team.
The Clippers are a great example. I think the Clippers are a good team that if everything breaks their way, maybe you got a shot.
Because I have never heard so much Laker apathy in my life. Have you?
No.
You've been here? I mean, know, I have never heard so many,
I think that's a great point, DeMarco.
People, yeah.
I think that's a great point.
And I think it's because, like you said, this is a hamster wheel.
It is.
Yeah.
And and I know I've said this a lot, it's a boring hamster wheel. Like it'd be one thing if they were super exciting, and some nights they score 140 points and they're up and down. It's just athleticism all over, and maybe you don't play any defense, and some nights you get smashed or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's kind of plodding. It's not super, and this isn't just specific to the Lakers.
And there's a feeling of impending doom. Boston's coming. It's going to be bad.
It's not even that for me. It's not. It's impending mediocrity. I know the end of this book after the first chapter. I know what it is. Now, maybe there's some highs and lows along the way, but I know the conclusion of it all, which is I think they're going to make the playoffs, I think they're going to lose.
That sounds like a small market, middling franchise. That's what the fan base sounds like.
Yeah.
I just wonder how much of this can Lakers fans take before the apathy sets in. Like, they just don't care.
Okay, I'm glad you said it like that. I think that the Lakers are one of a handful, maybe two handfuls of teams that you're never going to lose people. You're never going to lose people.
You think so?
I really do. I think that they have had so much success, and Laker fans are not fair weather fans. Yeah. They are die-hard
I've seen
fans.
some die-hard people, like that stuff starts to erode after a while. Like you said with Dallas, it never computed. Jerry Jones is a genius for this.
Yeah.
I never knew it was 30 years between NFC championship appearances, championship game appearances.
Yeah.
30 years. That's a great salesman.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But apathy starts to kick in at some point.
I think apathy
even the most diehards are like, this is stupid.
It's stupid as far as thinking it may
change. Like, what am I doing? Yeah.
But the Cowboys seem to be doing all right.
They're doing okay, of course.
The Lakers are always going to be, if not the most popular team in this town, which I believe they are, or the second most popular team in this town.
Do you think the Lakers, and this is a question for everyone, do you think they'll still be as popular as they are right now? Or when do you think they were at their most popular? Showtime, Kobe, Shaq?
It's one of those two. It's the Showtime Lakers or the Shaq and Kobe Lakers.
Do you think they'll, if this championship drought goes on for 20 years, do you think they'll still have as many fans as then?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yes.
I think apathy kicks in more because this gets more and more frustrating.
I think the apathy kicks in when, as far as I think Laker fans are still, or at least a decent percentage of them,
20 years of not competing for a championship.
Yeah, it's an interesting question.
Yeah.
I like the idea. The Lakers are part of people's identity. They are Laker fans, and it's not they're Laker fans just because the Lakers are always in the mix. They're Laker fans.
They'll never stop loving the team, but will they continue to support, show up, buy stuff?
I do.
20 years. 20 years.
The Dodgers went through 1988 to 2020 without winning the World Series. That's a long time.
And
they were the only.
You guys weren't selling out every time.
Yes, they were.
The entire time.
They led baseball in attendance virtually every single year, almost without exception. There's a few in there, the McCourt years, but I think it's the perfect example. Are you frustrated with the results? Yeah. Are you going? Yeah. Do you still bleed Dodger? Yeah. Like I'm frustrated that this stinks, that the team's not winning, and I don't like that. But the idea of I'm just checking out, I think once you're in, you're in.
I've seen some of the most diehard folks quit because we're going nowhere, and I know this. This is stupid. I've spent 40 years of my life rooting for this team, and we still can't get over X, Y, and Z. It's different. You've seen championships here.
Yeah.
I'm talking about people who have never seen championships.
Yeah.
They fall off. Maybe that's why, because you've been a championship franchise.
Could be.
There's too much there's too many good memories to go away.
It could be.
But I wonder how long some of these, I guess, casuals then can hang in there.
And I think that the Lakers have a built-in advantage over some of the teams that you're talking about. the quick fix, even if it was 10, 12, 15, 20 years, the quick fix for a team like the Lakers always feels possible because of the name on the front, because of the city, because of the tradition, because of the legacy. That
it used to be that way.
The next big free agent is always at least if you are a fan of the Portland Trailblazers, you're never getting the next big free agent. It's just never going to happen.
No, not unless he wants to go there.
Unless he's from
from there,
right? If he's from Portland, maybe you got a shot. But if he's not, you don't. But the Lakers do. The Knicks do. You know, there's a handful of teams that always have a shot at it. Maybe it's delusional, but you can that. And again, I think that's what kind of keeps people in.
If there's a 7-foot baller in Oregon, that's a former Trailblazers kid somewhere.
Right. Yeah. Where's Rasheed Wallace moved back into town?
And he's
sure.
light skinned? Oh, yeah, I know that dude. Right there.
Let's try a phone call here. Let's go to Orange County and John. John, you're on with Travis DeMarco. What's up, John?
Guys, you know, diehard Laker fan for years, you know, but I got to be honest. I can't take watching the national championship game and seeing LeBron James all over the screen a day after a game and a day before another one. That's what you do when you retire, not mid-season. You know, and Anthony, I'm sorry, but Anthony Davis is just not a leader. He's just not going to be able to do it on his own. For this fan, trade them both, get tons of picks. Let's rebuild with players we draft and start over. Then see what's out there in free agency.
Did you hear that?
I'm just done.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
He was done. He was so sad. When he said trade him, voice picked up.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If this continues, he's frustrated. And if this keeps going, because it's going to keep going as long as he wants to play.
It might.
No, it is.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I don't disagree with that.
I just wonder, like, and I don't want to not pick on Jorge, but because there were no teams here. But I wonder, do some people jump ship?
No, I don't think so, because I think what he's talking about is he wants the picks because he's optimistic of the future.
Yeah.
Like, and what's coming next. I want to go through what he said, because I honestly have been waiting for this thing to become a topic, that LeBron was at the national title game in Atlanta, and he had a game.
You've been waiting for this?
Yeah, the game before, the day before and the day after.
Way to open the door, caller.
First of all, LeBron James had a triple-double last night, so apparently he got his rest and he was fine.
Yes.
LeBron James is not on a Southwest Airlines flight that connects through Phoenix, Las Vegas, Oklahoma City, Houston, and then arrives in Atlanta.
He was on a PJ.
He goes from the airport here to the airport there in about as much comfort as a human being can possibly have.
Probably takes 15 steps on the ground.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Van, steps, plane.
He's the one thing that you can never criticize LeBron James for is his commitment to basketball.
Cart, to seat.
Yeah. So
right.
I'll put that aside. The second part about AD not being a leader, I agree with you. I think AD is a.
We don't know that for sure. We don't play for the Lakers. It doesn't appear like it to us.
Okay,
if we're not there, we don't know.
If that's how you'd like to say it, fine. I don't think he is.
Okay.
Because I think those traits would have manifested in public.
It doesn't appear to me, but I don't put on a jockstrap next to him.
I hear you,
know.
but I feel comfortable saying it just because he's been in the league a long time now. And he's a great player? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do I want him on my team? Absolutely. Is he the guy that says, get behind me, we're going that way? No. He's
I
the
don't
second
know that.
guy.
I don't know that. I've never played with him.
Yeah,
it doesn't appear that way.
I agree with that. The other part of, trade these guys and get a ton of picks. You're not getting a ton of picks for LeBron James. You might
get some
for Anthony
AD.
Davis. You might be able to get a pretty good haul coming back for AD.
You'll get something for LeBron. I'm
You
sure
get
of
something.
that. I don't know what it is. You've never traded a guy like him.
40.
I know, but it's LeBron. It's different.
It's a little different.
Yeah.
It's not entirely different.
It's like trading for a franchise.
Not at 40, it's not.
But there's a lot that comes with it. I didn't know this.
I'm not saying it's nothing, but this idea that, okay, take whatever you want. Give me LeBron.
No, it wouldn't be like that. You're going to get something. I don't know what it is.
Something.
I heard that.
You'd get a lot, put it to you this way. Yeah. You'd get a lot more for Anthony Davis than you would LeBron James.
Picks-wise, actual basketball stuff, yes. But trading LeBron is like business. I heard Bronny sold 50 million jerseys. Bronny.
That's crazy.
So imagine what LeBron is selling. That's what I'm saying. That's a whole different deal. His son sold 50 million jerseys. 50 million jerseys.
Maybe the Lakers do know what they're doing. What the hell? What do I know? The Far Side's coming up next. Travis and DeMarco, 710 ESPN. And if you get hurt in an accident, I think you know what to do by now because DeMarco and I have been telling you about it for a while. You call our pal and the guy that knows this inside and out, Joseph S. Normand.
Accidents are devastating. We see them. I see at least one a week, don't you? On the freeway,
one a day practically.
I just ran over some stuff. It was a wreck from the other day, and look, the recovery process if you get hurt can be difficult to deal with, and it sucks. Your family just disrupts everything. No one should have to go through this alone, and insurance companies are out to get you. So call Joe. He loves taking on insurance companies. He loves representing us, the real people.
You need an expert. You need somebody that knows the insurance companies, that knows what they're doing, that knows what they actually are willing to pay, not what they're actually going to offer you. Pick up the phone and call Joe if you are hurt in an accident. 213-747-2000. Again, 213-747-2000.
Or normandlegal.com. Take it from us, Travis and DeMarco. Tell Joe that we sent you, and he'll take care of you.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers' time,
Hi,
and
my name is
transform.
Victoria. I am from Sylmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California, and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work, and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath, and I'm from Sylmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at. You know, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
5-star reviews from homeowners like you. Ego delivers the power of gas, but without the noise, fuss, or fumes. Best of all, Ego 56-volt arc lithium batteries are universal, so they fit all 90 tools. Power your yard, power your tailgate, power your life. Learn more at egopowerplus.com.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
You unlock this door with a key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into the land of shadow and substance, of things and ideas you've crossed over into the far side.
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far side.
It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
Do you know what helped?
4 or 5 hour ride.
I jumped in the ocean. It helped.
Between science and superstition.
I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there.
And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. The far side.
All right, I didn't write this one down. This is funny. So the Rams played the Seahawks that last week, week 18.
Yep.
Jimmy Garoppolo start.
Yep.
So I'm just doing the job, going down the sidelines, and it's fun. I'm into the game. I'm watching Garoppolo, but this is one of those you can just kind of let go. So your intensity is probably at 95.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So which means I can kind of recognize what's going on in the stands.
Your attention is slightly elsewhere.
Just a little bit.
Just slightly.
If something catches my eye, I'll go look or say hello, take a few pictures and whatnot.
Okay.
So I'm walking by, and I got the left ear like this, so it's uncovered so I can hear people. And something's going on, whatever, it's a lull in the game, and I'm going, and I hear this, Booty! Hey, Booty! And I'm like, I know that voice, and I know that name. Booty is my nickname. Yeah. I turn around, and it's Rich Hicks, a friend of mine, a teammate from college.
Okay.
Now, he was a senior when I was like a freshman, so he's one of the guys I looked up to. Haven't seen him in years. Big hug, we talk. He gave me his card. And I put it in my bag, and I lost it in the bag.
Okay.
You ever had this happen before?
Sure.
Lost it, bottom of the bag. Well, anyway, I found it this morning, called him up. on the way in just to say what's up. Hey, man, good to see you. I saw you. Love to catch up. And the first thing he says was, do you remember when you saved a life? And he starts laughing. And I'm like, oh, my God, I haven't thought about this in years. This is like 1990, 91. So this is buried. Long time. And
so
it's
you're a junior in college or something like that?
My second year of school.
Okay.
So redshirt freshman. And it was mandatory that, first of all, you're going to redshirt. And number two, you're going to stay in the dorms for 2 years.
Okay.
After 2 years, you're allowed to leave. This is a key part of the story. Anyway, so do you know who Steve Ettman is?
Yeah.
Steve Ettman was the most dominant football player I have ever seen.
All-American.
That includes Aaron Donald. The problem is Steve Ettman, Aaron was a wrecking machine. But he's 6'1", 270 at best. Steve was 6'5", 312.
Yeah.
Same strength, more speed, all aggression.
Was he the number one pick?
Number one pick in the draft
at
defensive tackle.
Yeah.
So this was his rise up the deal.
Okay.
So when I got to UW, they were flopping their defense. They had been these big catcher's mitt guys, flat stepping, and then they went to Florida State Clinic, and they came back. We're going to get smaller and quicker.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
So when I came in, Steve was getting ready to move to the offensive side, which is that's where you don't want to go. They're going to move him.
Yeah.
So he's pissed. Now it's adversarial between me and him. So that's the side story. So I'm in the dorms in my second year. Steve is on his rise, becoming an All-American. Steve's a country dude. He really didn't get along with women that much.
Okay.
But he had fallen in love with one of the girls from the dorms.
Your dorm.
From our dorm.
Okay.
That we all knew that was our year.
Okay.
Okay, so he was in love. She wasn't. There was a guy that lived on floor 10 named Ryan, who was the Lothario.
Okay.
And he was a sick man because he would only target women that had boyfriends. That was his thing. Specific guy.
Motive.
So
okay.
I had zero love for this dude.
Sure.
A lot of people. I don't even know why he was there.
Yeah.
He was one of those athletes they tried to jam through. He didn't practice with us. I think it was like Prop 48.
Okay.
So anyway, somebody likes you. We don't like you, but we have to deal with you. Anyway, so long story short, Ryan starts to mess with Steve's girl. We all know. Puts me in a bad spot because I know the both of them. And I'm in these rooms with Steve, these D-line rooms, and he's telling me how much he loves this girl. And I know that she comes to the dorms every other night and goes and see Ryan. Anyway, one night, she's up there. We all know it. Steve pulls in. He had this Audi with this country bass. He goes, I got country bass. He would play country music loud in his car.
Okay.
So he pulls up in front of the dorms. We all know he's there. This is when we had pagers. So we're sending out 911, 90. 911, 90. Steve's number is 90. 911, he's here. Somebody get Ryan. So we go outside, we push all the elevators so he can't get up.
Come up. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So we think we got this all planned out. The door opens, elevator, he's not in it. By the time we realized he's in the stairwell, he passed us.
Oh.
So he's going upstairs. So there's a crowd of people everywhere. By the time I get up there, right, the little RA who can't get in, I love her. Her name is Jennifer. She couldn't get through the crowd. So I start shoving in there. He is full military pressing Ryan against the ceiling, and he's got this guy locked out. Ryan's 170 pounds. Steve is a world champion powerlifter.
Yeah.
Got him pinned against the ceiling, sliding him towards the window. Right.
How high up are you?
We're on the 9th floor. Right. So no one can stop, and he's playing out this pathology like it's a movie because people are watching. Now he thinks like he has to hurt this guy because that's how the football movies go, right?
Right.
We're living this episode. So I slide into one of the beds, and I'm looking up at Ryan, and Ryan is terrified. He's gone through every emotion. He's scared. He's mad. Now he's just accepted his fate.
He's on for the ride at this
He's
point.
going. He can't do anything. So I'm looking at him, and I'm talking to Steve. And Steve's mad. I said, Steve, I know you're in love. He goes, yeah, I can't believe he would do this to me. And I said, Steve, if you throw him out the window, they're going to arrest you and suspend you, and you're not going to play Saturday. I am. And he goes, you're right. And he dropped and he dropped it.
That's what, dude. You should be a hostage negotiator.
Right. So the Blue Blazers, which are the dorm cops, there's so many people they can't get up. They didn't see.
Yeah.
So as long as they didn't see, the head coach wouldn't know. So this all goes away in one night. So it's no big deal. But we all know. So now we have a guaranteed trigger word for Steve. If we want to make him rage out, All we have to say is the name Mercedes, which is her name.
Oh, boy.
So at the end of every practice, our D-line coach, the same guy, Randy, would finish with, "What's the word of the day?"
They would call you pork ball?
Pork ball, or anything. But he would always say, "What's the word of the day?" And it's like pursuit or angles or whatever we're working on. So every day, what's the word of the day? Mercedes.
So I was getting ready to tell you, you saved this guy's life. You saved two lives.
Right.
That Edmund's probably locked up for God knows how long for murdering a guy.
Here's
the other guy's a grease spot on the street.
Here's the football side of this, where I said I am responsible for us winning the national championship. So we're playing the University of Arizona.
Okay.
We're good. They're okay. We're going to beat them anyway. We get the opening kick. We score. Now we kick to them. They down it. They get it at the 20. So we use the Mercedes line. Steve is raging. And when I say raging, I'm like Brock Lesnar raging. Send them out. First play, tackle for loss, -4. So now they're backed up. The crowd gets so loud.
This is in Seattle?
This is in Seattle.
Okay, yeah.
And this is the middle of our run. It gets so loud up there. Now they get a delay of game. Back 5 again. They try to throw the ball. Sack. Now they're on the 3. The Arizona Wildcats lined up to punt the ball on 3rd down to get away from Steve Epton. The place went bonkers. So every time we needed a moment, yell out Mercedes. We win.
And you had not thought about that since you saw your guy at SoFi.
I haven't. Yes. Thank you, Rich Hicks. I miss you, but yes.
Okay, I have
one of those moments.
I have a football follow-up question for this.
Yes.
When you said if you chuck him out the window, you're not going to play an Aya, was he worried about losing his spot, or he just didn't want to see you play?
Okay, so we had been on each other, and he was the starter, I was the backup, and we were out here practicing for a Rose Bowl. This is where that started. At Golden West Community College?
Sure.
Okay, so it's wet in Seattle, it's dry out here. So we thought this was hot.
Yeah.
This is in December.
Yeah.
It wasn't hot. It just wasn't wet.
Yeah.
So the first night we all went out. We got bowl checks. They gave us like $250. That's like $1 million.
I was going to say, yeah.
So we went out and some guys got drunk, and our coach found out. And the next day they made us they ran us into the ground. And Steve got mad. He thought I was the leader. So I bent over.
Ringleader of the party?
So we're on like sprint number 9, and we only do 4, but we're on 9. He's trying to kill us. So I bent over, and he tried to kick me. And I said, right from here, it's on. So if you don't win, I'm going to win. I'm taking your spot. I'm coming after you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had been going back and forth all year. And I said, look, if you chuck him, they're going to arrest you. You're going to get suspended, and I'm going to start. And he looked. He was like, oh, yeah, you're right.
You have skill. What did you say, criminal justice?
Oh, yeah.
You had a future, my friend.
Yeah, oh, my God, yes.
I mean, football worked out okay for you, I guess, if you want to win the Super Bowl and have a career after that. But you would have
Big
been
Steve, yes.
Come out of the building with your hands in the air. We'll get you the helicopter and the bag of money.
I can negotiate.
Yeah,
he was the guy they said that he raised cows, and he would lift a calf every day of his life. And pretty soon he's lifting a full-grown cow.
Yeah, I've heard that before, right?
I don't think it's true, but I mean, but when you first hear it and you're looking at Steve like, that might be freaking true.
Yeah, he was a monster.
He could pull, like, literally a a fire hydrant out of the ground. That's what I'm saying. So I've seen Aaron. I've seen Aaron wreck shop. I've never seen anything like Aaron.
Wait. Go back.
Pull a hydrant out of the ground.
Like, really?
I've seen him pull a hydrant out of the ground. I've seen him pull the lights off a cop car.
That feels like something. Those hydrants are like. The expression is it's like you ran into a fire hydrant because they don't move.
Yes. He punched through a wall.
Okay, I believe that one.
Because they were making fun of him on the other side, but we couldn't leave.
Were they saying Mercedes?
Well, they were messing with Steve, and the rule is we couldn't come out. Like, if we're bed check, we're all in the rooms, lights out, but we could talk. But we couldn't leave. If we leave, we're in trouble. So he wanted to get to the guys in the other room, but he didn't leave the room.
These are his teammates that are busting his chops.
He didn't leave the room. He just went through the freaking wall. Right. Yeah, I know. This is that guy. So I've seen the best, but the most dominant guy was definitely him.
Never felt better about being a baseball player in my life. Now I want to go to tennis or something. Was just you were way on the other side. You guys are cut from a different cloth.
He is, yeah.
Ichiro Suzuki, not a unanimous Hall of Famer. It's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hey, it's DeMarco. I know a thing or two about Super Bowls. I've been there, won that. If you want to experience the big game like a pro, Absolute Sport has you covered. From premium tickets to exclusive parties to first-class accommodations, their Super Bowl packages are the MVP of the fan experience. Don't sit on the sidelines. Be a part of the action. Go to us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport to lock in your spot. Absolute Sport, it's how champions watch the Super Bowl.
Hey, it's Bethel Duran. When you get into an auto collision and damage your vehicle, there's only one spot for you to call. That's my guy Leo at Active Collision. Experienced paint and body technicians will make your car look like it's brand new. You get a free estimate when you call 626-330-0100. They work with all insurance companies. Mention 710 and you get 50% off your insurance deductible. Call 626-330-0100, 626-330-0100, or visit activecollisionrepair.com.
Going through a life change, whether you're downsizing, you've inherited a home, or you're just ready for a change, Seller's Advantage is here to make selling your home easy. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. With Seller's Advantage, you're in control. Close as quickly as you want and do it on your own terms. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-2747 or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
What if I told you I liked apple fritters, DeMarco?
Oh, my God.
I don't know. How did we get on that topic?
Apple fritters?
Yeah.
You asked me. I said donuts.
Oh, yeah, you said donuts.
We were talking about the registration. I said it's $100 fine, and I said I could be buying donuts with $100.
Yeah.
And you said, what donuts?
Apple fritters.
Apple fritter, yes.
Those are good. You know, they're good because they're good, first of all. They got apples and cinnamon and all that stuff.
Does everybody like apple fritters? Please tell me. No,
Yeah.
you don't like apple fritters? Okay.
I like them.
What don't you like? They're so good.
It's just, you know how the apple's cooked or whatever?
Yeah,
or
they get a little.
It's just that.
Okay.
So, but if they're making them right, the apple doesn't get mushy. The apple still has enough texture that you can chew it a little bit.
I don't think there's a bad apple fritter. There's an old
There's
apple
a
fritter.
stale apple fritter.
I don't want that one, but they're so good. That's
Here's
cool.
the best part about an apple fritter. It's twice the size of a regular donut.
Yeah.
So
it's a good meal.
you can tell yourself you're only having one. But
Yes.
It's like 2.5 donuts.
It's a good meal. And a cup of coffee. Come on, bro.
Oh, yeah. Not a bad deal.
Joy.
Not a bad deal. You did a speech this morning?
My daughter is doing for her class in the 4th grade. They're learning about grit, determination, like we were talking about with coaches. So they're doing, and you had to interview somebody that displayed grit.
Okay.
And let's do football, Dad.
What story did you tell?
The Super Bowl story.
Oh, okay.
About grit and all that stuff. I'm like, ask your mom. She birthed you. That's grit.
Look, I'm not diminishing anybody birthing anything or anybody, but that is a story that half of the population of the world probably has that story. You are a smaller group.
Do you have my house bugged?
No.
That's exactly what she said.
Yeah, that's right.
No, the 9-year-old. That's what she said. No.
She's right.
Far more grittier than anything I've ever done was that.
I'm not saying that one is grittier than the other, but that is a story that is common. Childbirth. Winning the Super Bowl is a pretty small group of people.
Bruh, okay, yeah. And I was hanging in there at the end. You heard Mike. I was hanging in there at the end, yeah.
I have not heard the story that Mike was about when you said the play before the final play that you were out of the game.
You don't know that story?
I don't.
Oh, my God, yeah. Vermeil, no one lets me forget that.
Yeah.
DeMar, you went out of the game in 36 seconds?
Yeah.
I'm dead. I'm dying. Get the backups in.
Yeah.
I have no air. See this thing? You need air to breathe. See this? There's no sweat.
Yeah.
I
well,
need a
knowing
minute.
you a little bit, the fact that you felt you needed to come out tells me all I need to know.
And we were trying to get him off the field. We couldn't. We just needed a blow, just a quick 30 seconds to catch our breath. You've ever done anything like cardio-wise where you lose your breath?
Oh, sure.
We just need a second to catch our breath, and we can go back in. And
yeah, that's one of those. I don't need an hour. I need 20 seconds.
Just a second.
Yeah.
And I'm walking back with McNair. He's looking right at me.
And what did Vermeil say to you?
He was yelling at Kevin because Kevin had turned left because Kevin was in front of me. So I'm with McNair, and I'm following Kevin to the line of scrimmage because they just completed a pass. So Kevin starts to veer off towards the sideline.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if he's going, I'm going with him. So I veered off, and right when he got to the sideline, Vermeil just let him have it. You went out of the game with 36 seconds to go? Now, part of that was their relationship. He didn't think Kevin was tough. So this was like Kevin's moment, and you're coming out of the game.
Yeah.
And I'm behind him, and I'm the opposite of. I'm the tough guy.
Right.
So he's yelling at Kevin, and then he sees me walking behind. I'm like, yeah, coach, we're dead.
Yeah.
Get the backups in.
Worked out.
It did. So, yeah, the one play, they stopped it. We came back in, and we won the game. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about Ichiro for half a second. First of all, do yourself a favor if you haven't, and there were dozens of them yesterday on Instagram, ESPN.com. Had a really good piece written by Alden Gonzalez, who's terrific. Just all these great moments of Ichiro, like making other big leaguers laugh. Like those moments. He just apparently an incredible sense of humor.
I heard his All-Star Game speech is to die for.
Apparently, from the moment he showed up, not only did he speak English, he spoke it well.
Yeah.
And nobody knew that. And so, like, people were trying to find ways to communicate with him, like opponents, teammates, and they would try to find a way to kind of like find
so
some.
You're fumbling around, and he understands every word.
and then he would come back at you with a profanity or something.
Oh, yeah.
Mike Sweeney told the story. It was in the ESPN.com story. If you haven't heard, like Mike Sweeney was a first baseman for the Royals, really good player, made the All-Star team a few times, like a really good player, and so. I think Mike Sweeney had played in Japan briefly and knew like some phrases that they would use for American players in Japan. And one of them was when an American player got a hit on the scoreboard, it would say "nice batting." Okay,
nice batting.
In the translation, not nice batting,
like good hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Ichiro gets a hit
like
against the Royals. Yeah,
Speedball.
Gets a hit against the Royals. And comes to first base, and Sweeney is there. And Sweeney's like, okay, I played in Japan. I kind of know the phrasing and all that stuff. And he says to Ichiro, nice batting. And Ichiro looks at him and goes, nice ass, Sweeney. Like he just knew.
You understood that?
Yeah, like he got it. So there's a million
that's
of those.
Not fair.
There's a million of those out there. And he's great. The other part is he.
That's like grandma playing dead. That ain't fair.
Yeah, that's not cool,
that ain't
grandma.
Cool, grandma.
But there's an argument to be made that Ichiro Suzuki is the greatest hitter of all time.
The greatest hitter.
Yes.
Okay. Whenever I think greatest hitter, I equate that with power, but that's not.
Okay. Now that's different. That's Bonds. Okay. That's Bonds. That's Aaron. Take your pick of who you like.
That's what I think. Greatest hitter.
But we were just talking about just pure hitter, right? And most hits, right? Pete Rose has the major league record.
Yeah.
But Ichiro had over 3,000 hits in the major leagues. Pete Rose had 4,192. Okay. But Ichiro played like a full career in Japan before he came to the United States.
Wow.
That had he started
so you're putting
here.
together his Japanese stats and major
I'm
league
just
stats.
saying he
has.
That's
fine.
And it wasn't like Ichiro was racking a bunch of hits and couldn't hit real. He got 3,000 major league hits.
Is Cooperstown all of baseball or just here?
Mostly just here. But he's the first ever Japanese-born player to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Okay. Well,
So-
I mean, he's had in professional baseball games, no one's had more hits than Ichiro.
Correct.
In professional baseball in America, no one's had more hits than
In the
Pete Rose.
American major leagues, it's Pete Rose, but Ichiro's got a billion of those too. He's got over 3,000.
Wow.
So the point being is, Ichiro is one of the, and I believe, and I think you're on the same page with me, the Hall of Fame should be virtually impossible to get into.
I agree. It should be elite.
Virtually impossible.
It should be a no-doubter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ichiro Suzuki is one of those players.
Yeah.
And somebody decided not to vote for him. It's just so silly. And the halls of fame.
No one, no.
That's what I'm saying.
No one says no to Ichiro as a Hall of Famer, right? No one. This has to be a voting error type, the way you tabulate.
Except for it happens. Only one player in the history of this goofy museum has gotten every vote. Mariano Rivera.
Really?
Not Willie Mays. Not Hank Aaron. Not Ted Williams. Not and nobody. Only Mariano Rivera. He's the only one. Not George Brett. Not Nolan Ryan. No, nobody. It's just stupid that they do it.
Who's the best clean baseball player of all time? Modern. Can I say Griffey?
You could, sure.
Okay. No doubt Hall of Famer.
Yeah, you didn't get them all.
How do you say no?
I know, that's what I'm saying. Okay. And it's stupid because Ken Griffey.
What's the vote against?
The Hall of Fame
yeah.
should be exclusively for people like Ken Griffey,
yes,
like Ichiro, those guys. And when you see something like this, it's like, what are we doing here?
I don't know.
It's just so dumb. It's just there's no other word for it other than dumb.
This has to be a voting thing. It has to. No one could look. You can't look at Ichiro and say he's not a Hall of Famer.
I don't get it.
In that same room, do they do this publicly? Like, do you have to raise your hand?
You submit a ballot.
Okay.
You can reveal your ballot if you would like to.
It's a ballot thing
that most people do, but I don't think everybody does.
They should do it live on TV. We need to know who these people are.
We'll find out.
I want to
like
see
a vote on the Senate floor.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
I want to see the moron that says no.
It's the halls of fame have lost their intrigue to me because I think there are people in them that shouldn't be there, and there's goofy rules like
Give
this.
me one thing against Ichiro, if
Nothing.
you could.
There isn't one.
If you had one thing, nothing. There's nothing to come up. Yeah.
Okay, if you really wanted to be this guy and just be the guy that argues stupid stuff,
Yes.
to argue, you didn't hit enough home runs. Okay, really?
Okay.
Yeah. So what? Baseball is more than one thing. It's not a home run derby.
You can hit a home run and lose.
Yeah, it's not a home run derby.
Okay.
It's
Gwynn or Ichiro?
Ichiro.
Really?
But it's close.
Hitting.
Ichiro, but
Ichiro?
it's really
Okay.
close.
All right.
It's if you said Gwynn, I'm not going to yell at you for being stupid.
If you got Gwynn and I got Ichiro,
yeah.
Okay. Right.
Gwynn or Ichiro, you pick first, and I'm good.
We're all good.
Yeah.
I don't mind picking second. Yeah, that's funny. But I do. I think the NFL has opened the door a little bit too far. In particular, basketball is okay, right? Basketball's pretty
basketball
good.
is the easiest one.
Easiest one to get in?
I think so. I think
Who's
that
the weakest Hall of Famer that you can
I
remember?
don't know, but it seems like a lot of people get into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
But I think it's all legit because there's a lot of people that aren't in. Like Michael Cooper took forever to get in.
And that's again.
But I think football has gone the other way.
Basketball, like my whole point of all these Halls of Fame.
Yeah.
It should be Magic Johnson. It should be Larry Bird. It should be Michael Jordan. It should be Kobe Bryant. It should be LeBron James. It should be for those guys. Not guys that if you have to make a case, we're done before we even start. If you have to convince me, if we're not all like, well, of course.
Yeah.
Then no. And that's going to leave out
If it's not unanimous.
Great players. A ton of great guys are going to get left on the side of the road.
I would love to. We said this earlier. Close the doors and don't let anybody in after you let Torrey Holt in. First and foremost.
I want Torrey in too. I like Torrey.
Let's close the doors for 10 years. That might do it. Or let's open up the process.
Yeah, but if you close the door for 10 years, you know who doesn't go in?
Who?
And there's a perfect example. Tom Brady.
Okay, then let's open up let's open up the process.
Yeah.
That's what I'd love to see.
The little sunlight.
Yeah, just a little bit. Open up the process and let's hear those arguments as to yes or no.
I got educated this morning on one thing. I will give it a little credit. So if you would have asked me yesterday, who's had a better career as a major league player, Clayton Kershaw or CC Sabathia, I would have said Clayton Kershaw so fast your head would spin.
CC had a better career?
No, I'm not saying he had a better one, but it's way closer than I thought.
CC pitched for a while.
CC was awesome.
Yeah,
and
you didn't know that.
I knew he was really, really good. I didn't know he was this. Like the numbers the two of those guys have are crazy close.
Is CC? He's not in.
He got in yesterday.
Oh my
God!
No way! Where's my hat? Let me turn it sideways.
Yeah.
CC Day. Oh my God!
And he was a horse.
Big time.
Dude, he pitched every day, every year.
Yes.
Deep. Yeah. And that's not to diminish Clayton Kershaw at all. As I did CC. My apologies.
Wow.
I knew he was. I knew he was awesome.
Yay.
But I didn't know he was that. He's got the third most strikeouts in baseball history for a left-handed pitcher.
He lived on SportsCenter.
Dude.
He lived on SportsCenter.
Randy Johnson,
yes.
Steve Carlton, CC Sabathia.
Yes.
That's I had no idea. I had no idea.
Didn't you grow up watching SportsCenter?
Yes.
He was always on it.
I'm wrong.
Either striking somebody out or yelling at someone.
I was wrong. But not today. I had a
way to go, CC.
Education day. Yeah, congrats. Billy Wagner got in too.
Billy Wags. There you go. You're not happy? No?
That's what we're talking about. That's what come on, man.
Oh, really? That's one of the guys?
He's terrific. He's good. No. No.
Okay.
Ichiro. CC.
One guy didn't vote for Ichiro. That's it.
Dumb.
Well, somebody did that same thing to Shaq, right? Shaq was going to be the first unanimous, and somebody said no. And then Shaq calls him. He's like, I know who you are, and I'm coming. And
Yeah, Shaq. Yeah. No.
What was the reason for that?
There is no reason. It's just you're a punk. You're
I'm on
doing
your
it
side,
to be.
Travis.
What's that?
I said I'm on your side. If my mom knows who this person is,
yeah.
it should probably go in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
I don't
There
think
you
she
go.
knows who Wagner
Billy
is.
Wagner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you play for?
Astros mostly.
Oh, there you go.
I know. I'm a baseball person, but
it's a Hall of Fame.
I know that Bobo Castillo taught Fernando Valenzuela the screwball. That's not important.
What position did Billy Wagner play?
He was a relief pitcher.
Oh, thank you very much.
Ugh. 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 Lamar Jackson, is he inevitable? No. Spoiler alert. That's next. Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland is next after Travis and DeMarco.
I got it.
In the meantime, if you want to make your hiring easier, use ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Simple. So, see what the world is like when ZipRecruiter does the hard work of hiring for you. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Hey guys, it's Sedano at Los Angeles International Airport. Changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming-LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming-LAX.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats. We've got some late-breaking news coming out of the stands. According to multiple sources, Vivid Seats fans are scoring rewards on every purchase and at a rapid pace. Obviously, these rewards are a game changer, and coupled with their MVP-worthy ticket selection, why get tickets anywhere else? Don't drop the ball this season. Shop with Vivid Seats and earn rewards on every ticket. And as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, Vivid Seats is offering you $20 off your first $200 ticket purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
What happened?
I've got
apple fritters.
Yeah, honestly, exactly right. Like I'm not really a donut person necessarily.
Yeah, man.
I could kind of take them or leave them.
I got a spot.
Now I got like a preoccupation with an apple fritter.
I got a spot, side of the road.
Where is it?
It's
Is it on my
PCH.
way home?
Nah,
Okay.
nah.
Then
You
I'm
got
okay.
for me. It's on my way home. Yeah. She knows I'm coming.
Oh, she sets them aside for you.
She fries one.
Oh.
right before I get there.
Like, do you go every
No,
certain set day?
If I don't show up, she'll just sell it with the rest of them.
Oh, okay.
But at this time, she knows I'm off the air. I'm usually making the left.
Oh, so you get on the way home.
On the way home, and I pull in, and it just comes out so fresh that the glaze doesn't crack or break. Yeah, man.
Is it got a lot of apples in it, too?
It's got a lot of apples. It tastes good. Yeah, they know what they're doing. She calls me brother. Hey, brother.
Brother?
Hey, brother. Hey, brother, man.
Butter or brother?
Brother.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
Jimmy Superfly Snugger brother.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, brother.
Okay.
Hey, brother,
Got
man.
It. Got it.
Yeah.
I didn't know if she was like putting extra butter in the
No,
fritter for
brother,
you.
brother.
Okay. Got it. No, I get it now. I get it. Superfly was my guy. It's the only wrestler I know.
No, you don't.
I
No,
know.
trust me.
No.
You don't like him.
Hold on, let me finish.
Yep.
I know why I don't like him now. I'm saying as a kid.
You know the story.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I do.
Okay, fair
I do.
enough. Okay.
I just saying, as he jumped off the top rope and he went like this.
Right.
I like that. I didn't know
Like what
was,
Jared Verse did to Sam Darnold.
Oh my God! Did you see that? Please tell me you saw that when he did the frog splash.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, look, that
dude is having fun.
I can't wait.
For what? You already seen it?
No. Yes.
Yeah.
But are there a lot of guys that don't get that are that good to start with that don't continue to get better for a while?
You make your biggest jump in the NFL from year 1 to year 2. So,
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is your first off season of being a pro. You're not going to college anymore. You're being paid. Nutrition, weights, everything is done for you at this level.
Okay.
Everything's on the cutting edge.
Okay.
So he's going to get bigger. He's going to get stronger. He's going to lose body fat, and he's going to have a year's worth of film to watch.
I was waiting for that. I would imagine that a year's worth of knowing what you're trying to do to me, now I can work on what I'm going to try to do to you.
So there's a few guys. There's a few past Rust summits that go on each year. Go seek those guys out. I told you, go pitch a tent in front of Aaron Donald's house. Teach me everything I need to know about this and that. Become better. Seek that stuff out. Yeah. So in 4 years, like I said, you won't be able to afford him.
You keep saying that. I hope you're wrong, first of all, because you say that, but in the same time, you also say you pay special, and I'm not seeing anything that's not special.
I'm hoping that at some point there's a flare-up, because by the time you have to pay him...
You have 2 more years before you really have to think about it.
Start thinking about... I mean, if you're his agent, you're going to try to jump the line.
I get that,
Maybe.
but you can also respectfully say not yet.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming by the time it's time to pay him, Stafford's done.
Yep.
So your next is in line... And then you're going to have to worry about paying him at some... I'm shooting for the moon. Like this kid you draft or whatever turns out to be something special. And the future looks bright. Like the Niners. You eventually are going to have to pay this kid big money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm optimistic that he's as special as I think he is. And you know what?
And you're only 1 year behind Verse if you draft him this year.
I'll pay him. I'll pay Verse, I mean.
Yeah.
We'll see what comes next. Where do you think they go? Mel Kiper had one of his first mocks out today. He had the Rams taking an offensive lineman.
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. Tackle or guard?
Tackle.
Probably a tackle.
I'm looking for on my notes here. Josh Connerly from Oregon.
At some point, I mean, Rob's going to retire. You're going to replace him. I would re-sign Allard Jackson. Allard Jackson. But you're going to need another tackle at some point. I can see that.
That's why
hard to pass up because I don't think this is a great quarterback draft anyway.
It's not.
Yeah.
Like so in again, these are mock drafts, so take them for what they're worth. But Shedeur and Cam Ward are the first 2 quarterbacks taken, right? And early in the draft.
Yeah.
No big surprise there. But as he was kind of laying this out, the third quarterback had not even come off the board when the Rams are picking, and he was talking about Kyle McCord from Syracuse, Jackson Dart from Ole Miss, and Jalen Milroe from Georgia, maybe to the Rams at that point as the third quarterback off the board. Nobody's got a crystal ball. Nobody knows for sure, but none of those guys feel like I got to have that sort of guy. That could be one of those, hey, let's see what this kind of is. But the Rams have needs. They can't take a flyer at that spot, especially if Stafford's back.
The third best or fourth best quarterback in this draft or the second or first best tackle?
Give me the tackle.
Give me the tackle. Or second best edge guy?
Give me the tackle.
Top corner in the league.
Give me the tackle.
Because you protect your aging quarterback, or when you decide to move on from your aging quarterback, you protect whoever is there that's a step down. They can have more time to throw the ball and be better.
In order. Okay, and tell me what if I lose you. These are the people I'm paying. If I'm prioritizing where I'm spending my money.
Okay.
Quarterback.
Go ahead.
Offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Wide receiver. End.
Yes. Then corner.
And those 4 guys, and then I'll figure the rest out.
Throw it, protect it, knock it down, catch it, cover it.
Yeah.
That's the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest of it will go from there.
That's probably how you go from there. I mean, at some point, running back, if he's that good,
If there's a Saquon Barkley out there, sure. If there's a Derrick Henry, sure. But otherwise,
it's a pretty deep running back draft.
What if you have a shot at one of those backs coming out?
Which one? Like Travion Henderson, something like
Yes,
that?
pick one of those top running backs in the first round.
I don't want to running back. Look, if it's Todd Gurley, sure. But if it's, I don't know, man. I didn't see a Todd Gurley out there.
I've been around 3 first round, 4, and they've all been good.
Gurley,
Bettis,
Jackson, Bettis. Who's the fourth?
And Falk.
Oh, Marshall.
They've all been very, very good. Now, there have been some busts.
Yeah.
There's been some high-round busts, but I'm just saying.
I think the variance, though, between a first-round tackle or a first-round edge rusher and later is bigger than first-round running back and fourth-round running back.
For me, look at how Detroit is built, how Philly's built. You build your O-line first. Yeah, you build that wall, and then you build around it. Yeah.
What about a flyer on Khalil Mack, who apparently wants to come back and play, and he's a free agent, and who knows what it might cost, but I don't think you're going to have to break the bank to get him.
Is Khalil Mack a champion?
No.
No, he's not a champion.
Bears, Raiders, Chargers, no.
Okay, well, if he still wants to play, I'm sure somebody that's built will probably want his ability. And
Are the Rams not built?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
And you don't have to move. I'm getting there.
Right.
But, I mean, there might be another contender out there that says that will say the same things that the Rams are going to say to him. You only have to play 15, 17 snaps, and they're all pass rushes. That's all I want you for.
That's got to be a trip,
That's
right?
what Watt did in Arizona. I just need you at the end. All I need you to do is come in and pass rush. 1st and 10, 2nd, whatever, we'll take care of that.
That's got to be a weird role. I mean, kind of a fun role, but weird.
It's like DH.
Oh, okay.
You do one thing. You come in and you rush. If you want to do that, perfect. If you think this is...
Look, tell me if I'm crazy. Verse, Fisk, Turner, Young, Mack?
Look out.
I mean, okay.
Remember I said go seek out somebody better?
Yeah.
Okay. Sign him. He doesn't. You never have to leave the building.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do everything he does. Yeah, Jared, learn from that guy right there. Yeah.
I think we just found a guy.
Heck yeah.
You know what we need? You know what we need? You should become, here, this is what I'd like, this is what I'm going to ask out of you. Can you be the head of the Players Association without being an active player? You can, right?
Yeah, kind of. I don't want to do it ever again.
So you should be that. And then your first goal should be to implement the rules of baseball. Where no salary cap, and let's just go get all the good players like the Dodgers have, and let's just go build this redundancy thing where no matter what happens, we're good.
There's a part of you that knows this is crazy. There's a part of you're just having too much fun.
Were you the player rep?
Yes.
I
never want to do it. Oh my God.
Sounds like it sucks.
I love players. I do. I will always go to bat for the players, but there's some of them are dumb. They are.
What's the worst part of doing that job?
Okay, so this is when we were doing the 401k.
Okay.
Did you hear about this? The PA, this is the big deal.
Tell me again.
We collectively bargained a 401k. So
okay.
basically,
like most people, a lot of people have 401ks at work.
And you can't lose money. It was 2 to 1.
Oh.
You put in 1, they put in 2.
You
can't lose money. So we go to Hawaii, Gene Upshaw, the whole thing. We're learning about this.
1 to 2?
1 to 2.
Oh my God.
You cannot lose. Right.
That's amazing.
That is beautiful, right?
Is there a cap?
No. Keep going.
So if I put all my salary in, they're putting in twice my salary.
Now wait, there is a cap. I'm sorry. Yeah, but it is 2 to 1.
Okay.
Up to a limit, but it is. It's basically free money.
Yes.
So we had to go to Hawaii, learn all about the stuff, and we had to come back and pitch it to the teams. So me and Ernie Conwell, the tight end, we're doing this PowerPoint presentation about the 401k, and we knock it out of the park, Travis. We practiced. We stayed up all night working on this. We cannot wait. We did PowerPoint. We did it. The whole presentation took about 45 minutes. So we turn around to the team and say, any questions? Hand shoots up in the back. Yes, JT, what do you need? I ain't running no 401k. We do enough running around here. Bro, 45 minutes. And that's what you took. Come on. Right. God bless his heart. He had no idea what we were talking about. But yes.
Did you quit on the spot? Like
inside,
I'm out, man. I got nothing for you.
Inside,
like that is
yes. Outside, no.
And look, maybe there are some owners out there that are magnanimous and that want the best for their players. I'm sure there are. I'm sure there's 1 or 2 of these guys that want you guys to be safe and comfortable as you possibly. But they're like, Guys, this is why we're never going to go broke.
Johnny was here because he could run. That's why he was there.
Okay.
Soon as I said any questions, hand shoots.
Do you know how many times I'm going to tell that story in the next week? That is shot right to because my favorite story. Not my favorite story, but football players and their negotiating skills. I always come back to the most recent lockout. I think it was in 2010. Yeah, it was 2010, and the players got locked out, and the owners were like, "Yeah, go ahead," right? And because the owners know that you guys being players, were gonna blink before they were.
It won't take that long.
Vince Young was getting a payday loan like 4 days later, and he was making quarterback money.
It won't take that
like
long.
he needed a high interest loan in a week, and the owner's like, "I think we're good. I think we're going to win this negotiation."
I remember that.
That story goes to the top of the heap.
Was it the lockout?
Yeah.
The Rams hired Josh McDaniel to run their offense with Sam Bradford.
Really?
So they put in a new offense without an actual offseason with Sam Bradford. You want to talk about teams messing up people? Oh, my God, that was terrible. Yes.
I ain't doing any more running. Okay.
I ain't running no 401k.
Hey, guys, all you have to do is just pick up that money over. It's right there. Just pick it up off the ground.
2-1.
I'm not running.
Yes.
Wait, what? You're not waiting. What? It's free money. Just pick it up. Literally, just pick it up off the ground.
My inner thought was you right there.
What?
I know.
I would be so frustrated.
On the inside, I
just
quit.
Die. I'm out. I'm done. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. All right. Next Gen is doing something great for everybody here in town that needs a little help right now that's going on with the fires that have been happening. And Next Gen, they want to help rebuild lives by supporting families that have been impacted by the most recent devastation. They are more than just a service provider. They're a neighbor here in the community, so they're asking for your help in making a difference by donating essential items to support Los Angeles fire relief efforts with NextGen. NextGen is collecting bottled water, canned goods, non-perishable food, and clothing to distribute to families in need, and obviously every single contribution counts. And here's where you can drop off your donations at their Anaheim location from right now through January 31st. The address is 5472 East La Palma Avenue in Anaheim. It's the Anaheim location for NextGen. The address again, 5472 East La Palma Avenue. Water, canned goods, non-perishable food, clothing, anything you can do to help those that have been affected by these unbelievable fires. NextGen wants to help them get back on their feet as quickly as possible. So don't wait. Donations are being accepted right now through January 31st. See you at NextGen in Anaheim at 5472 East La Palma Avenue.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California, and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work, and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Fimath, and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, you know, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
certified used cars. Kia of Carson has won numerous awards for customer service, so we know how to make the process easy and enjoyable. Hurry into Kia of Carson for the best selection.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it. Did you know that 1 in 4 people seeking treatment for ED are under 40? So you're not alone. And even better, Hims can help. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. It all starts with an online intake form. From there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. Through hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. hims.com/joy.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Factor Cap.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, guys.
Aloha.
Buenos dias.
Buongiorno.
So, some sports news before I get into
Speedball.
Factor Cap. Adam Schefter reported that there is a new leader in Las Vegas. Raiders are finalizing a deal to hire Buccaneers assistant GM John Spytek as their new general manager. So we got the Tom Brady influence on that. I'm sure he was with him when he was with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then another piece of news that the Los Angeles Lakers forward Jared Vanderbilt has been medically cleared to make his season debut on Saturday against the Golden State Warriors in ABC.
He's a good player.
Mm-hmm.
They could really now what the bottom line of that is, we'll see. But he's a good player. They could really use him.
Dying to see it, just like the Matrix 2. It better be good.
All right, so Philadelphia is advancing to the NFC Championship game. They will host the NFC Championship game, and we all know the cheer for the Eagles. It goes E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. Okay, so even if you haven't lived in Philly, you know that chant. So the Philadelphia mayor was doing some sort of speech somewhere and was trying to get the crowd on her side, and so started to chant the E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles chant. And so pay attention to how she chooses to chant that.
Let me hear you all say E-L-G-S-E-S, Eagles! Let's go, Birds!
Go Birds!
Eagles. Play that again, please.
Let me hear you all say E-L-G-S-E-S, Eagles! Let's go, Birds!
That's the word she's just spelled. Tell me how you say that.
Elgis. The Philadelphia Elgis.
Yeah, exactly. So my
L-G-S-E-S.
Wow. Elgis.
My statement is spelling is hard. Travis Hettercap.
Fact. Spelling can be hard.
Yeah.
There are ukulele, Albuquerque.
Ooh.
There are words that can be complicated. Eagle is not one of them.
That's not one of them. Yes.
Eagle is pretty easy.
Fact. Spelling is hard, but that's not one of the words. Can you spell vacuum?
V-A-C-C-U-U-M.
Aha. I always missed the other U.
Yeah.
Yes. Vacuum. Okay.
Vacuum.
I always get hung up on restaurant. I always look at the A and the U's and the everything.
Restaurant.
Yeah.
T-A-U-R-A-N-T.
Yeah. See, there you go.
DeMarco, spelling is hard. Factor Cap.
Fact. I just did it. How do you spell restaurant again? Yeah.
We all got weird, but not eagle.
Do D's and B's mess you up?
No.
I have to pause
No.
for a hot second.
I get trouble with the
D's and B's.
The EI, IE, I before E, except after C, the
yeah.
OUs. Like those are the ones that can kind of.
Well, there's that
monkey wrench
commercial running right now for I think State Farm where the guy is doing the end zone for the Chiefs and
The
he says it's
chef?
chefs.
Good googly moogly.
Yeah.
They brought that back.
Yeah, it's back.
Yes.
It's back.
Good googly moogly.
Jorge is spelling hard.
Well,
Spelling is hard.
You asked me if I think in Spanish or in English, right?
Yeah,
So when
yeah.
when I'm gonna spell, I always read it in Spanish, like because it's Because, so
Oh.
I can spell it like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But so Because, and to me when I read it or trying to spell it, BECE.
Wednesday, Wednesday.
Wednesday, yes.
Sounds a whole lot. I like that.
Becca Use. I'm going to start using that.
For ukulele.
How come we can't go? Becca Use.
I can't go because Becca Use. I have to go to work that day.
So that's how I learned, how to spell. Just with the ukulele, you said ukulele.
Yeah.
So Becca Use, I said so.
Ukulele could have an X and a P and a Q in it, and I don't know.
That's where ESL comes in.
Yes.
So Caleb Williams was present for Brian Johnson's introduction as the new head
Ben
coach.
Johnson.
Sorry, Ben Johnson.
Yeah. Yes.
Brian Johnson's someone else.
That's his
That's
cousin.
the lead singer of AC/DC.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ben Johnson's introduction as the Bears head coach. And Caleb is kind of going somewhat viral for his outfit choice. He is wearing sunglasses and a long leather black trench coat.
Okay.
So my statement is when you think leather trench coat, you think The Matrix. DeMarco Factor Cap.
Oh God, yes. I think Neo or Morpheus. Yes. Is that what he's doing? Is that what he's channeling?
I don't know. I
Oh.
don't know if anyone asked him because I don't think he's speaking at this press conference, but yeah, I don't know. Travis?
I literally, as you were describing it, I was going to go, he went dressed as Neo.
Yeah.
Like that is the Keanu Reeves outfit from The Matrix. Dark glasses, long leather coat. That's the outfit.
Is that the message he's trying to send?
I don't know, but that's
I'm the one.
Yeah,
I'm the one.
That's the one. Did he start going like this?
Red pill, blue pill. What is Ben Johnson?
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
That is so bad if that's what he's trying to no.
Jorge, what about you?
No, in fact, I'm with the guys. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh my God.
Look,
no.
I'm okay with you having a personality.
Yeah.
I'm okay with you liking clothes.
Yeah.
I'm okay with you being into your look. Whatever. Then you're trying real hard at this, bro.
Right. Is this what
there's
you
like
wear?
a tipping point at this where it goes from, hey man, you like to dress like that, cool. But then are you trying to look like the dude from The Matrix?
Are you
like
trying
that's
to
weird.
stand out right now,
Yeah.
or is this how you dress?
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird.
It is.
That's your new quarterback.
So, one of my old coworkers is a huge Ohio State fan. He also works on a podcast. I think that does, I think he works like Marty McGee. Anyway,
Locked on Buckeyes.
something like that. But he was at both the semifinal game and the national championship game for Ohio State, and in both games, he got a solo shot of him being an upset Ohio State fan because something had happened that wasn't good for Ohio State, and it's just him
sad Buckeye fan
solo
Buckeye.
right there
Yeah.
for a long period of time, and it's really funny to me because he's not wearing weird gear, he's not having makeup on, he just looks like a sad Buckeye fan. I have people in my life that are so good at getting on the Jumbotron, getting on TV, just getting the camera to them no matter what they do. So you have been on the Jumbotron / TV when you've gone to a game as a civilian. Jorge Factor Cap.
Ooh, as a civilian, yes. It was Brenda, Maite, and I. We went to, I think it was Maite's second or third Laker game ever.
Okay.
And somehow, you're looking at the Jumbotron, and somebody says, "Hey, man, we got a text. Are you at the game? Because we just saw you."
Yeah.
And they sent Brenda the picture or whatever, and then we were on it. The second time when you said TV, is when I used to produce for the Lakers, and I went on. And we got the post-game interview with Kobe. And my mom recorded the whole thing on her phone, and she sent me the video of, hey, I just saw you handing Kobe the headphones for the interview. And
Yeah. And that's cool, but it's also you're at work. I would say, if you're going as a fan.
But the civilian, we were on the Jumbotron, yeah.
Trev?
So I want to clarify. Are we talking the in-house Jumbotron, or are we talking you're put on television where other people see you?
I'd say either. So have you been on either?
So the first thing, yes, I have been. When I lived in Houston, the Astros were terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. They were losing 105, 108 games. They were awful. They were the worst team in baseball. And if you went to an Astros game, there weren't 3,500 people in the stands.
Yeah.
There was nobody there. So we used to take the kids, and they'd put us on all the time. There's nobody else to put on the Jumbotron. Literally, like if you were there, you were getting up there. So yes to that, and it's happened at some Ducks games and things like that where we've popped on just as fans. The TV one, I have not, but I'll tell you a quick story. My oldest is an Oregon Duck, and the Ducks were playing UW. And so he made the trip to Seattle to go. And he's got on his Justin Herbert jersey. And he's in a sea of purple, and he's just the one little Oregon jersey. So they put him on TV, and everybody's like, oh, cool. They cut back to him after Oregon scored a touchdown or something. They cut to him, and so I'm getting texts from friends like, dude, we just saw Bobby on TV. That's awesome. Amazing. They cut to him again after some. And he's taking a rip off of his weed pen. On TV.
I mean, he's in Seattle, right?
I understand, but now all of a sudden everybody's like, dude, you said your kid's smoking this weed pen on TV?
Sounds like your kid's really cool.
Yep, that's him. That's the one.
And then didn't he get right
That's
in?
him.
Didn't this past season for the Dodgers he caught a home run? Or was
No, so it was against the Mets. Somebody hits a home run. It hits him in the damn chest in the outfield. He misses the play.
Yeah.
But so we're like, oh, cool. He's like the duck in a sea of purple. Something good. They cut back to him, and he's like,
ripping a pen.
I'm like, dude, seriously?
As
And
he
I
should.
get it's not illegal. I get, but it's like, come on, bro.
He's not the only one up there.
We still give him a hard time about it. My mom's like, what was in his hand? I'm like, Mom, stop.
Nothing.
If it was chugging a beer, would you be as mortified?
It didn't bother me at all.
Okay.
But it's like it's
Kind
one
of
of
the
those.
same thing.
It's
Yeah.
like I take edibles. It's
Yeah,
like
right.
I'm not morally opposed to
But it's
smoking
on
a
national
joint.
TV.
But it's like, dude, seriously.
Should've called me.
Yeah.
Gotta tell you where the fritters are.
DeMarco, have you, as a civilian, gotten the Jumbotron or TV?
No, I kind of avoid that stuff. I hate it when it happens. They used to catch me at fights all the time, especially in St. Louis.
Yeah.
They would do the thing, and
But you're a famous person,
I
so
would
you're
hate it.
different.
But here in L.A., when I did have Clipper tickets, they would do that kiss cam stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, and I told the cameraman, because I could see him, don't you spin around here. Please don't.
They do it anyway?
He did, and I ducked out. Yeah. Heck yeah, but no, never been on, don't want to be on, so cap, no.
We also got some new news out of the NFL. The Jets are hiring former Lions defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn as their new head coach, per sources.
They got him. I heard
it's a good hire.
They weren't going to let him out of the building.
That's what they said yesterday.
That's awesome. And he played for the Jets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's a Jet. That makes sense. So I wonder, what does that mean for Rodgers now?
Let's talk about that coming up next. Factor Cap, of course, is brought to you by our pal and expert, Joseph S. Normand. You got a lot of choices in your legal team, but family always comes first with Joe. If you are hurt in an accident, if you have a claim in the Eaton fire, make sure you call Joe, 213-747-2000. You want an expert in these matters. 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. What does that mean for Aaron Rodgers is a good question. What does this mean for the Detroit Lions that they've lost both of their coordinators? That's another one, too. That's next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Live.
I'm reaching out with a message that's close to my heart. Devastating fires have ravaged the Los Angeles area, leaving families displaced, homes destroyed, and the community in need of help. Right now, you have the power to make a real difference. Your donation, big or small, can provide food, shelter, supplies, and much-needed support for those affected by the fires. If you are able to, please help those affected by the California wildfires and donate at www.lafoodbank.org/fire.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions.
Today's MVP, Joe Fallon's bedroom mini fridge. Sure, this pint-sized chiller's max capacity is 3 soda cans, but what it lacks in stature, it makes up in cooling strength. Each beverage a perfect 37 degrees every time. And the 2 feet Joe walks to get a drink, priceless. That's why his mini fridge is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand. This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
So the one time that I got on TV when I was a fan at a game was when I was at UVA, and it was a basketball game, and I was in the student section and everything, and Dick Vitale would do this thing. If he was calling the game, he'd go into the student section and, like, be in the crowd and get hyped up by the people.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm right to Dick's right, and he's going, he has, like, someone's hat on, going crazy, and then he turns towards me, like, kind of going like this, as to, like, turn to the whole crowd, and I thought he was turning to give a high five, so I put my hand up for a high five, and he turns around the other way, and I just go, okay. And so I got stoned by Dick Vitale. So that's my TV story.
Left you hanging.
That's great.
Wow.
Dick Vitale, one of the all-time good guys.
All-time good. Yes.
Yeah.
And hope nothing but the best for him in terms of his journey with treatments.
That and his enthusiasm for his sport is unrivaled. He's super. I got a chance to spend a little time with him once, and he was just spectacular. Aaron Glenn is now the head coach of the New York Jets. Ben Johnson is now the head coach of the Chicago Bears. Those were both of the coordinators from the Detroit Lions who have DeMarco, for the last 2 years, the Lions have been really good.
Really good.
They went to the NFC Championship game 2 seasons ago, had a 17-point lead in the second half, and didn't get it done. They're the number 1 seed in the NFC this year. They went 15-3 or 15-2. They went 15-2.
Wow.
And got beat in their opening game.
That's gotta hurt.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell obviously is great at building culture.
Man.
He's good at that.
Yeah, bro.
Those 2 guys are really good coaches, Glenn and Johnson.
Fantastic coaches.
Fantastic coaches. What does that mean for them? Because, look, we just saw Jared Goff have a very bad night on a very big stage. And the question immediately comes back is, there it is again. Like, it's that thing that you saw in the Super Bowl. It's that thing you've seen in a couple of moments where Jared Goff, and Jared Goff's a really good player, but maybe you got to be a little bit better than that to get your team over the top. And now you take 2 great coaches, 2 more years. You're going to have to pay guys. Guys get hurt. Guys get older. That window that felt open is getting more and more narrow.
Well, this is where it goes in the league,
I know,
man. I mean,
I know.
if you're good, especially when you're good and you have a sustained run, you got to jump through the window and take advantage and get that Super Bowl, get that win, get that appearance in there. Because if you don't, everybody's going to come looking for your players, either through free agency, and they're going to come for your coaches. They all want a piece of that. So I thought Ben Johnson had done them a solid for at least a season and a half, 2 seasons, right, by staying.
Yep.
So he wanted to make sure they got through that window. So taking the job now, can you say it's Caleb Williams? Can you say Chicago was the dream job? Or can you say that I think we've taken this Detroit thing as far as we can go?
All the above?
Yeah. To make that switch for him. But for Detroit, you're going to have to find good people that fit what you do and start over again. That's just how it goes.
I want to make this about the Rams a little bit, too. Look, I'm firmly in the bag for Sean McVay. I think he's just tremendous. But I think one of the things that he doesn't get enough credit for is the massive turnover in his staff.
Yeah.
And to like we talk about what's going on in Detroit right now and they lose. That's his team. Virtually from the moment he's got here, that staff has turned over year after year after year, and they just keep chugging along. Yeah.
Okay, see, the difference, in my opinion, is this. There's a line of people that want to come through here and learn from him.
Okay.
Because, like they said, it used to be work for Sean McVay, get a head coaching
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
You're going to learn the offense, and it's going to help you on defense because, like you said, he's at the cutting edge of what they do. So that's a little bit different. I don't know who is beating down the door to go work for Dan Campbell up in Detroit.
Right.
Right. I do know that when these jobs open up, they're always filled with good people here.
Yeah.
Because of who the head coach is. So we'll see. We'll see who. That's part of it.
Good
who can
people,
you draw?
Look,
as a
I
coach?
get that he's picking from a pool that's probably flush with a lot of good candidates, McVay is, but he picks the right one.
Oh,
like you know what I mean? Like I think any great manager, one of the great skills is to be able to hire really great assistant managers, really great people to help you do what you do and not be worried about them taking your spot or anything like that. Like Sean McVay's ability to hire great coaches is right near the top of his superpower. I know he knows football. I know he's a great communicator, but his ability to build a staff, and because you see it, all of a sudden these guys start to go other places in other organizations, and that thing dips. And his really hasn't dipped.
Well, it's coveted, man. I mean, I remember when Raheem Morris took the job in Arizona or in Atlanta.
Yeah.
What was his name? It was the quarterback coach that went and became the offensive coordinator because you want a piece of how they, not only the offense you're running and the plays you're calling, it's how you put it in. Kevin O'Connell, same thing in Minnesota.
Yeah.
It's the system, it's the scheme, but it's how you implement it, how you do things.
And Kevin got his extension yesterday as well.
Yeah.
Got paid. So that's what I mean. So there are a lot of people. Like, I believe Nate Shieldhouse is here now. He's a former quarterback that's on the offensive side. I think he's coaching receivers. He's a guy that's learning. At some point, he'll be in line for a coordinating job.
Liam
that's how
Cohen
these things work.
just got a big bump.
And, decided not to leave.
Yeah, he decided to stay with the Bucs over going to the Jags.
So
it's like a lottery ticket,
it's
man.
It's not just the playbook. It's how you put it in. And that all comes from Sean McVay.
So, do you know Aaron Glenn at all?
Oh, yeah. We were in the same draft class.
Okay.
Yeah. He played for the Jets. He was drafted by the Jets.
He's a great player.
He's on their, all-decade team?
Yeah, no, he's a really good player.
Going home. Good hire.
How's he going to do with old A-Rod?
I wonder what that does mean for Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Aaron Glenn is a player. He's the guy that's done it. If anybody that can talk to Aaron Rodgers, it would be him. Or
Will
a coach
he put
like
up
him.
with the Rodgers stuff, for lack of a better word?
I don't think Rodgers will try him like that.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. This might be the perfect hire for them, and it might be the perfect hire for Aaron Rodgers.
Why won't he?
What do you mean?
Why won't he try him?
I don't think you want to try. That's like trying Dan Campbell.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like a bite your kneecaps off type, that culture, that atmosphere.
That's
We're just
answer.
not playing those stupid games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's your Huckleberry if you want to go there.
Yeah.
So going to Egypt, that's not going to happen.
Okay.
With Aaron Glenn. Yeah. It might be the perfect hire. I wonder if that means he stays now.
Well, I guess it's up to Aaron Glenn, isn't it? I mean, excuse me. At some point,
I know he's a handful.
Aaron Rodgers is not the future of this team. He might be the present, but he's not the future of the team.
He's the immediate future. He's the best quarterback in the building.
He might. If the future is one season, then maybe.
That's what I mean.
But I'll call that the present because, first of all, they were bad this year with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers played. They lost a lot of games.
They fired a coach. It's a mess.
Yep.
There's a lot going on.
I think, and part of the reason they fired the coach was because of Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
And so if I'm Aaron
yeah.
Glenn, I guess what I'm getting at is if I'm Aaron Glenn and I'm thinking I need to build this thing in the image that I want to have it in. I don't know if that includes a 40-something-year-old quarterback. Like if I know I got a little runway,
yeah,
I think I might want to try to build my own thing without the guy that's just
I'm going to
at
want
the end of the line.
My guy,
Yeah.
definitely. But if I want to win and get off to a good start, I would consider keeping. Aaron Rodgers was 8th in yards this year.
What was his team's record?
I know they were bad, but
Yeah.
he still has it. He can still spin it.
He had moments where he was fine, but he looked old, DeMarco.
28 touchdown passes,
Yeah.
11 picks on a bad football team.
Yeah.
I mean,
look,
so,
I'm
yeah.
not saying that Zach Wilson's a better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers. I'm not crazy. They won more games with Zach Wilson than with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And that's just and he's
I know.
42.
I don't think it's all him, but we'll see.
I don't
We'll
either.
see.
I don't either. But it's like he's
Yeah, yeah.
42 years old. He looks it, And not that he sucks, but he's not the Aaron Rodgers in your mind. That guy's down the road.
He had better numbers than Mahomes this year.
Yeah, but come on. That's numbers.
I'm
that's
just saying.
Stats. That's stats. That is not
But pure
reality.
passing stats, guys that can spit it down the field, he can still do it.
Yeah.
So if you're...
He's not a leader. Like, he's not a guy that people rally around.
But I think Aaron Glenn could take care of all that and kind of rein him in. I wonder what that means for Aaron Rodgers.
So the Suns are doing something kind of quasi-crazy, and I wonder if it's not a type of crazy you might want to steal from. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. 3 games, 3 NFL playoff games left. We got the the conference championships and the Super Bowl. So do not miss out on the last few weeks of football action with Prize Picks. Prize Picks, of course, is the best way to win cash while watching the playoffs. And there's basketball, and there's hockey, and there's baseball right around the corner. There's always something going on at Prize Picks, and it's awesome. 10 million members will tell you it's awesome. Billions of dollars in awarded winnings will tell you it's awesome because it's fun and it's simple to play, more or less. You look at the stat projections, and that's it. You pick more or less of those numbers across any sport, pick 2 or more, and you could win up to 1,000 times your money. And right now, Prize Picks is hooking you up when you use the code TRAV, T-R-A-V. My name, Trav. When you use the code TRAV and you play your first $5 lineup, they're going to give you $50. Win or lose on the $5 lineup, doesn't matter. You get the $50 no matter what, it's guaranteed. Pick more, pick less with Prize Picks. It's fun. It takes what you love and makes it better. Prize Picks, run your game.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon.
I just talked to O'Shea Jackson Jr. We were talking about baby faces and heels.
Yeah.
And we decided that I am the baby face and Ireland is the heel. What do you think?
100%.
Yeah,
Ireland's
does that pretty much line up?
Ireland is a heel for sure.
And we do have kayfabe around the station. Do we not?
Do we? Who?
Kayfabe. Kayfabe is the stories around, like we've got stories, narratives like they have in professional wrestling. They call that the kayfabe.
Oh, I've never heard that saying before.
See,
I don't know wrestling.
Shay and I are wrestling.
You're like Mason, big wrestling guy.
He's teaching me wrestling one podcast at a time.
Are you actually listening to his podcast?
No, he's coming on mine.
Steve Mason and John Ireland, today at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
Hey, it's Steve Farr. If you're like me, you just don't want to watch the game. You want the best experience every time. That's why Absolute Sport is a game changer. VIP access to the biggest games, exclusive pregame parties, luxury hotels, whether it's courtside, ringside, or the 50-yard line, Absolute Sport makes sure you're there, not just watching, you're living the action. Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your next sporting experience absolutely unforgettable.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Oh, that golf music. Did you watch the TGL, DeMarco?
No, man. I tried, bro.
Did you try it?
It's boring.
It is.
It's really boring.
I know.
I don't know if that's entertainment.
I know. I hate that you said that, but you're right.
I tried.
I know.
It did. Yeah. Did you? No.
I watched it.
Anybody? No.
I want to like it so much. I really want to like it. It's golf. It's Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
And it's Rory McIlroy. These are guys I like. These are guys that I find deeply interesting playing their sport, but not doing that.
Yeah, that's just not fun.
It's not. It's just not. And you get some guys Like last night, I thought that Justin Thomas, who's a big name in the sport, and Justin Thomas at least is trying to have a personality.
Yeah.
He's trying to engage, and I give him all the credit in the world for trying to do it. You cannot overcome the just complete black hole of personality when you have somebody like Patrick Cantlay in the mix. He's just an absolute zero when it comes to presence, and the format itself isn't great. And then you throw
there's
just
something there.
It does feel like there's something there, but I agree with everything you said. I have no pushback on any of it. You're right. I have watched all 3 weeks. Is that something?
No, I think you just like golf.
Okay.
Are other
Does your brother watch it?
I haven't asked.
Ask him.
He hasn't mentioned it.
Okay.
Do other golfers watch? Do you guys talk about?
My buddies that I play golf with, I've talked to them about that, and we all think the same thing.
Okay.
It's just not great.
I think I'd rather you just play golf and watch that.
Yeah, I'm with you, but if you're telling me my chance to see Tiger Woods is this, okay.
Okay, maybe if we're in the studio audience, it might be different. Maybe, but on TV, it's just the same thing.
It's watching guys hit balls into a net.
That's it. Yep.
It's I hate that you're as right as you are.
My kid lasted 15 seconds. This is it? Okay, I'm out.
My oldest loves golf.
Yeah.
Loves golf. He's like, this sucks. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But I want to like it.
Okay.
And I'm hoping, to your point, that there does feel like there's a little kernel of a good idea
There's
in it,
something there.
but they haven't found it yet.
Arena football, there was something there. It never really clicked.
You know what my favorite part about arena football was?
What?
Is that you could move towards the line of scrimmage before the ball was
the
snapped.
forward motion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they had it.
That was
when
great.
They called it football in a blender. Stay with that.
Yeah.
Stay with that, sell that. People would come see that.
I like the really narrow
Oh, my
goalposts.
God. Yes.
And I like that there was like hockey boards on the outside of the guys who get smashed into.
Do you know they said that's why Kurt Warner was so accurate is because of arena ball?
No.
Because he can't lead you to the sideline. There's a wall there. So he's got to put it on the money. If not, you're going to run right smack into a wall.
Interesting.
That's why his timing was so much better than others. I know, weird, right?
I never saw a game in person. I saw him on TV a handful of times.
Much fun.
What? I bet it was.
Oh my God, so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird style of ball, but it's so fast, and you score every other play.
Yeah, well, if the wide receiver can have a running start at somebody, good luck.
Yes.
Good luck.
Kickoffs off the net and then turning your back and then going. Yeah, it's fun.
It was pretty great.
Yes.
It was pretty great. The Suns did something yesterday that's kind of weird. They traded their 2031, okay, so 6 years from now. Their 2031 first-round pick to the Utah Jazz, and they got 3 first-round picks in return. Okay, I don't understand it exactly, but I understand it enough to try to explain it like this. You can only trade your first-round pick in certain years. You can't do it every year. It's like every other year. And you can only trade them so far into the future. Okay?
Okay.
So I can't trade you my first-round pick in 2068. I can't do that. It's too far down the line. There's a certain...
Because who knows if we'll be there by then.
Right. So, but 2031, you can trade that, and he got 3 back. Utah is flush with picks. They have something like 11 first-round picks in the next 7 drafts.
Hold on. Let me understand this. So I give you my 2031 first-round pick, one pick, and you get
3 back.
I get 3 back.
Yeah.
When are those 3 picks?
More recent than that one, and they're picks that, because of the rules that are super complicated, I can trade right now. So basically,
the picks I get back, I can trade.
Yes, but I could only trade this 1 pick. But the 3 you're giving me, it's complicated. I understand.
Whoa.
But what it allows them to do is trade for Jimmy Butler potentially. Now that the Suns have these 3 picks to trade, they can make a deal with Miami to go get Jimmy Butler. What it also does is they're mortgaging their future even more than it already is. They went out and they paid Booker, traded for Durant, and traded for Bradley Beal, right?
Yeah.
The Suns kind of stink. They're not very good.
Okay.
They're really average.
It's not working.
It's not working. So they want to double down, trade more picks,
and get
bring Jimmy Butler and bring him in to try and do it.
I can't wait to see what that looks like. That's pretty talented. That's a lot of talent on the floor.
Well, in the deal, maybe Beal has to go out, but
even with that, that's still
I'm with you.
Super talent, yeah.
It is, but they got nothing left behind it.
Oh my God,
they're
do that?
super thin.
Yeah,
they're super. The future is non-existent. It just doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You see where I'm headed.
So this is a living all-in hand of no-limit poker.
Yeah, and with the penalty being you can't sit at the table again for
Ever
a long
again.
time.
Oh, my God.
Right?
Wow. They have to win.
Should the Lakers try something crazy like that? Like, just say, hey, guys, look.
No. How many championships have the Suns won?
0.
You can all see they're still in search of one.
Yeah.
You have to do that for your fan base. The Lakers, no, you don't have to.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like them to, but they don't have to.
I'm with you. Like, if the choice were do something crazy like that, or do nothing, I choose nothing.
Yeah,
I think there's
that
a
could go
middle
really
ground.
bad, horrible, bad, terrible, bad.
It's such a new owner thing. So Matt Ishbia just bought the Suns in the last year or two.
So he's gung ho,
and he's just do it, and it almost never works
Beal,
out like that.
Kevin Durant, yeah.
What choice do you have? You've got to try to stake your claim somehow, right? Even when this whole started with the Lakers, it started with a guy that led with his heart versus his brain.
Yeah. But they landed on the right guy.
Right.
And they had not a good player. They had maybe the greatest player ever in Kareem.
Yeah.
And then they landed on the perfect guy in Magic.
Luck favors the well-prepared.
Yeah, yes.
So I think that's what they're doing. Yeah.
This is one of those deals that if your favorite team does something like this, you're in trouble because it speaks to impulsiveness.
Yeah.
It speaks.
If it doesn't work.
If
it doesn't work.
Those 3 guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's those 4 guys. Okay. So let's say they somehow find a way to do it.
Yeah.
They're not the favorite to win anything. Maybe they're a little better. DeMarco, they just don't have anybody beyond those guys.
I would love to see how they lose.
Yeah.
With all that talent, how can
they're
you not
losing with those guys right now?
I know. But if you add Jimmy Butler to that mix, and you're still
Jimmy
losing.
Butler's a really good player, but Jimmy Butler's not one of the 10 best players in the league.
But he can fill it up. He's got a skill set. There's certain things that he can do better than most, and if you could add that to a squad that's pretty loaded already.
When you look at teams like OKC and even Dallas and the way Houston's playing right now, and they're just younger, they're way deeper, and they're almost as good. Like, it's just at the top. Like, I'm not saying that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's had a better career than KD.
Yeah.
KD's one of the greats, but right now, Shai,
they're balling.
Yeah.
And they're loaded for the future.
And you're getting maybe 1 out of 10 chances you're a little bit better. But if it doesn't, you're way worse for forever.
I'm with you, man. I think delusion runs highest in basketball. Like, if you really think that this collection of old guys can keep up with what's going on. But I'd love to see it. I'd love to see how you integrate Jimmy Butler into what they're doing on the floor. Who knows? It may work. I think no.
Yeah.
But it may work. You never know. I don't want to see the Lakers do that at all.
No, they still got to figure out a way to get Butler done, but now at least they have some chips to play.
Yeah.
They went to the window and bought more chips.
Just lay low, army crawl. This will pass, and then you can build again.
Robert Horry and Sasa Vujicic are going to join Mason and Ireland today from Ralph's in Redondo Beach. That is coming up. They're going to be out there. They might be there right now. They're going to do their show from there, noon to 3. Drive to retail sweepstakes. You can buy $10 worth of BB-Go at Ralph's. Enter for a chance to win courtside seats. Tons of other prizes. That is at Lakers.com/BBGO sweeps. We're going to give away all sorts of stuff as well. 1 pair of tickets to Lakers Celtics coming up tomorrow. 1 pair of tickets to Lakers Pacers in February. Another pair of tickets as well. Price is right. Guess the total amount. Mason and Island Grocery Hall correctly to win autographed basketball memorabilia. There's a bunch going on at Ralph's today in Redondo Beach. Are you going to stop by?
I'm going to stop by on the way home. I got to do some shopping. Do you know Aaron Rodgers was the 4th best quarterback in the AFC?
By which measure? Not by winning games.
Measurables.
Well, they keep track of wins.
Fourth best as far as passers go. Think about that. If I'm Aaron Glenn, I would consider keeping him if I could.
Okay, also the Jets, this is what how many times have they gone for a defensive-minded coach?
It seems to be what they always do.
Which doesn't seem to work.
Like I said, I think certain franchises, there's only certain ways you can go because of the elements you're in. I think they got lucky with Favre when they brought him in.
This is the 9th coach in the Woody Johnson era, 8 of which have been defensive-minded head coaches.
But I think that's who they are.
The metric that I'm looking at for Aaron Rodgers,
wins
5-12.
But that's a team thing.
I understand, and I'm not saying he's solely responsible for that, but we've seen quarterbacks that are really special that can take not much and be not
I know.
bad.
If you eliminate the nonsense with him, the enigma part of it, like there's Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, then him, then Herbert, then Nix, then Josh Allen.
I take every one of those guys you mentioned after his name before him.
Fair, but I'm just saying, as far as having a passer in the building,
if
you
I'm
got
Aaron
one
Glenn,
of the best in the AFC.
I statistically sure, I guess, but
and you can fix the other stuff. That's your job.
You're asking me to build a house.
Yeah.
And the foundation sucks.
Well,
I'm going in a new direction.
Then what do you have that's better right now?
Nothing. I don't have a better player right now, but I'm going to start to look now.
And if you look at what happened with Mayo, I don't want to start Mayo from
Gerard Mayo. Yeah,
Gerard
yeah,
Mayo
yeah.
from New England. I don't want to start my coaching career with a rookie or a quarterback that I have to fix. I'll keep the veteran. I'll keep this moron in line. But clearly, this guy can still throw the ball, which is exactly what I need. Yeah. I'll do the leadership stuff.
Give me the new guy. Let's start.
And
over.
I'll get
because I'm assuming Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn had his pick of jobs. Aaron Glenn was he did not. This was not.
I'm shocked he picked this.
This
over
is
New
my
Orleans.
one shot.
Yes,
I'm having a conversation, and maybe they'll lie to you. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, this is a 3 or 4 year project. I'm going to need some time to put the pieces in place to fix this. That if you're expecting me to take 5-12 and turn it into 10-7 and go to the playoffs, I'm telling you right here, I'm looking at this team. We're not there.
Yeah,
we need some time to do this. I'm having that conversation before I agree to that gig.
They're not as talent bare as you think. I think they were just a mess. And I think what she said was the perfect way to underscore it. How many coaches in the Woody Johnson era?
9.
That could be an issue too. The only reason we don't know about that is because he's not Jerry Jones.
CQI.
Yes.
I take it from JBL. Coach, quarterback, and injury. The injury thing is a wild card. You can't. It's completely random.
Yes.
You hope to be on the right side of it.
Coach, you keep having new voices.
Yeah. And the quarterback. Yeah.
So some guys, you got guys there with like 4 or 5 different voices in their head. Different eras, and you're doing it again with Aaron Glenn. Good luck.
Not doing it. I'm not doing it.
By the way, he's also the 5th coach right now in the league that is coaching where they played. So we got Aaron Glenn with the Jets, we got Vrabel with the Patriots, we have Dan Campbell with the Lions, Jim Harbaugh with the Chargers, and D'Amico Ryans with the Texans. I don't know.
That's awesome.
Taking guys that are alumni of your organization is a good win for your franchise in terms of your fan base, typically.
Great. I want a good coach. I don't care if he was a player here or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, cool. If he happens to be a former player, like Jim Harbaugh is not a good fit with the Chargers because he played for the Chargers. He's a good fit because he's a great coach.
He's a great coach.
Right?
Yeah,
That the criteria of things I'm looking for is, are you good at this? Period.
No doubt.
That's it. If it happens to be that you came through here at some point in your career, great. This is where Alabama, this is where USC has gotten in trouble in the past. Well, they have ties to they're part of the Trojan. I don't give a damn. Alabama, if you didn't play for the Bear, you can't coach here. Guess who didn't play for the Bear?
You're trying to sell
Nick Saban.
Trying to get some alumni to spend some money.
Okay,
it helps.
You know what, Nick's? You know what? Bringing a lot of money.
Winning. It helps though. Yeah.
It might help today, but is it going to help tomorrow?
Hire the best coach.
Hire the right guy.
But if he played for you and he's the best coach,
Sean McVay didn't play for the Rams. I think they got the right guy.
No doubt.
Right?
Yes.
Kyle Shanahan. I know his dad coached in San Francisco, but didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an assistant there,
Not
right?
head coach.
Right.
Yes.
But
hire the best
get
coaches.
the right guy.
But
Let's
if he
get the
played
right
for
guy.
you, that's always good.
Yeah, that's fine. It could be that 94 thing that tips you in one direction.
Yes.
Give me the right guy. All right. AFC Championship game this weekend. Yeah. Rivalry or not? That's coming up. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Is your car ready for service? Right? We got to get it done every 5,000 miles, 3,000 miles, or whatever that thing. Look at the sticker. Is it telling you you're ready to go in? If so, you know where to go. Your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Because for over 30 years, Valvoline has been providing quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people like you and me. And at Valvoline, it's even easier, right? You don't have to get out of your car. You just sit there, you relax, and the expert technicians make sure that your ride is running at its best. And they do all sorts of things for you. Oil changes, tire rotations, transmission care, and more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. You can check your phone. You can close your eyes for a few minutes. You can listen to some music, whatever you want to do. In Valvoline, you just chill out in your car while they get everything running at its absolute best. 80 locations around L.A., ready to get your ride, ready for the road in no time at all. Visit SoCalOilChange.com to find one of those 80 locations and to get yourself some game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710
including our huge inventory of Kia certified used cars. Kia of Carson has won numerous awards for customer service, so we know how to make the process easy and enjoyable. Hurry into Kia of Carson for the best selection.
Hey everybody, excited to have with me in studio the one and only Dr. Monica Madden from Beverly Hills Ortho. Hi, Dr. Madden.
Hi, thanks for having me. This is exciting.
All right, let's get to why we want everybody to listen carefully, because you have a special offer for ESPN LA listeners. Tell me about it.
We're really happy to be part of the ESPN LA family and so grateful for everyone listening right now. We are giving the first 5 people who register now and every time this airs $1,000 off Invisalign or braces treatment. Just go to BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and enter the code SMILE and you're on your way.
So enter the code SMILE at BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and I could get $1,000 off Invisalign?
Yes, absolutely.
And what if I wanted to just call the office? Can I get the offer that way?
Yes, absolutely. Just say SMILE and you heard it on ESPN.
877-7, let's do this.
Yes.
Or, Monica, as I like to say, BeverlyHillsOrtho.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Can we talk about that real quick?
You can. It's your show.
It's your guy, Marcellus Wiley.
Yeah.
And Ryan Clark are going at it on Twitter. Have you guys seen this?
Not until you told me during the break.
God, it's getting heated. Yeah, heated. And it seems like it's some back and forth. He say, she say, some stuff that happened in Vegas. It seems like maybe Ryan Clark big-timed him.
Okay.
And Marcellus didn't like it. And they've been going back and forth ever since. You ever got big-timed before?
Of course. Of
Okay,
course.
how does it make you feel?
Bad.
Okay, so I don't think Marcellus reacted well to it. That's what I'm gleaning from this.
I don't know the details of it,
Yeah.
but I've always been fascinated when two people decide to take this super public.
Yeah.
Like, I get...
It seems like Ryan's trying to take it off of public, and he says he's called Marcellus and it hasn't picked up.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I think maybe Marcellus just baited him in and got what he wanted because I've been following this all day.
Yeah.
Since I came in. Yeah. And it hasn't stopped yet. Crazy. If it's real,
Marcellus,
then
man.
gentlemen, take it off Twitter.
Yeah, I get it. Guys get in arguments.
Yes.
Guys may genuinely hate each other's guts. That's fine. Not everybody has to be best friends, but
it doesn't
I don't
have
know
to
who
be
wins
in a public,
here.
Yeah. In a fight?
No.
Oh.
I'm talking in a Twitter fight.
Oh, no one.
No one. That's
No one
exactly
wins.
right. No, in
No
a
one.
physical fight, sure. I mean, there's a winner and a loser, but
no doubt.
I'm just saying, in this, it's like, dude, what's going on?
Will Smith should have took Chris Rock behind the stage and talked to him. Not out in front. So take it backstage,
You were at the Vanity Fair party afterwards.
There's a
There
lot.
you go.
There's a lot going on in
Or in
that,
the
too.
Uber. Yeah.
There's always the thing that we all go, oh wow, and then you start to go, oh yeah, oh.
I can see both sides, but just not in a public space, gentlemen, please.
Chiefs,
much respect for both of them.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never spoken to Ryan Clark in my life. Never met him. I don't know.
He's the guy you want at safety for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will defer to you as you know. My only experience was Marcellus, and I love Marcellus.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just guessing. Maybe it seems like Ryan may have big timed him.
Okay.
And maybe. Like, you're not on my level.
Do you ever big time guys?
No. I tried. If I do, I am sorry because I hate that.
It feels like crap.
But if somebody big times me, I will like keep going until I get that reaction.
And to get what reaction? The one
What's
you're looking
up?
for?
Okay. Stephen A. once at the Trojan tailgate. What's up, Stephen? And he like ignored. So I got in front of him. It's me. Oh, yeah, what's up? And we dapped it up for a hot minute.
Okay.
Did it to Tito Ortiz once. Stupid. I ran up and hit him in the butt right before he was getting ready to go fight.
Ooh.
I'm like, that was so stupid. He could have knocked me cold. Right, but
that's an interesting choice.
Right. It was but yes. But go ahead.
All right. Well, something to keep your eye on Twitter, I guess.
Definitely.
Can you have a rivalry if one side never wins? Are the Chiefs and the Bills a rival? I know the games are incredibly entertaining.
Yeah.
They're close for the most part, but the same guy keeps winning. Is that a rivalry? Because Patrick Mahomes has not lost to Lamar or Josh Allen in the playoffs.
It can still be a rivalry. The Bills are a proud franchise.
Sure they are.
A lot of Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
You can't tell the history of football without including the Buffalo Bills
I agree.
in a lot of respects.
I agree.
Same with the Chiefs.
Uh-huh.
So the fan bases are looking eye to eye. So there can be a rivalry. But
not this version of it.
You just haven't beaten them.
Right. And they've had multiple cracks at it.
Right. But it doesn't like they don't know you were there.
Well, okay, that's good. Okay,
yeah.
That stops me a little bit.
Yeah,
that they are fully aware of your presence is a good argument.
It's not like they're just running you over every year.
If they go out there and let's say it's 31-30, and the Chiefs kick a last-second field goal to beat them again.
Yes,
but it's now we're 4-0 in the playoffs.
Yes.
Is that a rivalry?
Yeah.
It feels weird to say that.
It still can be. I know what you mean. I mean, history says, or the records say, we're 4 games better than you. But we were close. You were close a bunch. You could have beaten us.
Would the Chiefs be a bigger rival to the Bengals in that sense because the Bengals have taken something from them?
Because they've only played each other in the postseason once, I believe, right?
Okay, so is it
like
I think you need but I think you need both things. I think you need many battles.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be even, but it has to have gone the other way at least occasionally.
So
like for instance, the Lakers and the Celtics.
Okay.
Forever and ever and ever, the Celtics beat the Lakers. The Lakers couldn't beat them. They just couldn't beat him. Go, before he passed, go ask Jerry West about it. He just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And then the Lakers started to win. And then it kind of went to that whole next level because now the Lakers all of a sudden were not just the team that you knew they were there, like they were constantly there, but now they were actually taking it from you.
You could have a one-sided rivalry. Like the Lakers certainly did not like the Celtics in that period of time. You would consider them a rival.
Yeah, you were not my equal, but you are my rival.
Okay.
But it's not like in Mad Men where, it's like I don't even think about you. I think the Chiefs think about the Bills.
A lot.
Okay.
You can't overlook the Bills. It's not like that.
No, it's not like that, but...
And I'm sure you don't fear the Bills, and I'm sure the Bills don't fear you. They can't wait to beat you.
I don't think they fear them,
Yeah.
but I think there is a sense of inevitability that when you get into a situation that you've been into many, many times before, and it starts to play out in a similar way again, you're like, man, here we go again.
Yeah.
And it's just human nature.
Bills know about that.
Yeah.
It's just human nature.
We can't beat this guy.
Look, yes, if that game is close in the fourth quarter, I'm sure the Bills are not scared. I'm sure they think they're going to win. And then all of a sudden, if Mahomes he's falling forward because he's tackling, he flips it. It's like, here we go again.
You better play it right with them and treat them properly. If you're Josh Allen and McDermott and you're driving for the winning score,
okay,
right? You have to take the lead and make sure you don't give him a shot.
Yeah.
Because if you do, he's going to beat you.
I think they thought they did that with 13 seconds, and they still lost.
So you're going to have to take it down to 1 second. You're going to have to be a little bit better. Any opportunity you give Mahomes to beat you, he's going to. Because he feels like you feel, like you said about the rivalry.
Yeah.
He feels like he can't lose to Buffalo.
I am a Bills fan this weekend.
You are?
I want to watch. I want to see the Bills beat the Chiefs, but I will say this. You can't help but go, all right, dude. Like, if they do it again, it's like, all right, dude. What do I need to like it? No, but you damn well better respect what it is they're doing.
But if Buffalo beats Kansas City this week, they'll probably win the Super Bowl.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I
they
hope
probably will. That's the last thing, the last hurdle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you get
the last fly in the ointment.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not. Tom Brady didn't win every Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And Patrick Mahomes hasn't won every Super Bowl. But it's pretty close.
Yeah. Call Peyton. Ask him what it was like to chase Tom Brady for years. Yeah, you got to get by that guy.
Brutal. Well, you were, with the 49ers forever and ever when they were cranked up.
They weren't as good, but it was psychological. Once we got past them, it was done. But if they get past Kansas City, they probably win this year's Super Bowl.
All right, Hot and Cold's coming up in just a little bit. Let me remind you that this is what's going on with Mason and Ireland today. They are at Ralph's in Redondo Beach. They'll be starting their show in about a half an hour from right now. Robert Horry is going to be there. Sasha Vujacic is going to be there. Fans that bring a donation are eligible to receive a BBGO gift. Drive to retail sweepstakes. If you buy $10 worth of BBGO at Ralph's, you get entered for a chance to win courtside seats. Tons of other prizes as well. They're giving away tickets to Laker games, Price is Right game where you guess the total amount of Mason and Island's grocery haul correctly, and you can win autographed memorabilia. A lot going on. Mason and Island at Ralph's in Redondo Beach.
And you can go shopping at Ralph's,
and
too.
you can go get some groceries. You get some BBGO. Highly recommend the dumplings and the orange chicken. Cannot miss on either one of those. The pot stickers are good, too. Hot and Cold coming up next. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland today at 1 after Travis and DeMarco.
I got to say.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
I want to thank them. Without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. Little help like you guys asked for. I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California, and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work, and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath, and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
Is free. That's right. Free. I told you. Gratis. Don't wait. Call Jacob 24 hours a day at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Call him 844-24-JACOB or visit him online at calljacob.com.
Call Jacob. Travis Matthew, an apparel brand deeply rooted in Southern California, is here to support our LA community and those affected by the destruction across the cities we love so much. Right now, their Topanga and Century City retail locations are offering free Travis Matthew products to help those affected by the Southern California wildfires. Can't make it to the stores? Discounts are also available by reaching out to their customer service team. Stay updated on Travis Matthew's donation and volunteer efforts by following @TravisMatthew on social media.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text TAP to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text TAP to 321-321. That's TAP to 321-321.
As you know, we've welcomed a new partner here at 710 ESPN, NextGen. NextGen, the official AC, heat, and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans.
You're as cold as ice.
Call 833-3-NEXTGEN, NEXGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. Time for our feature we do 3 days a week. Who's hot? Who's cold? Thanks to NextGen. Boy, time for Who's Hot? Who's Cold? Take it away, Producer M.
All right, what's hot is Lakers-related shows, okay? So there's going to be a new show on Netflix called Running Point from Mindy Kaling, who's going to be the showrunner, with Kate Hudson as the lead actress of the show. Yes, Max Greenfield is also in it from New Girl. Seems like a great cast. Seems like a fun comedy, sort of in the vein of Ted Lasso after the Ted Lasso fame, but it has not so subtle hints at the team that it's emulating and the person it's emulating. It looks very similar. The cover that they released yesterday of the series looks very similar to Jeannie Buss's cover of her book that she released.
Her
autobiography, The Laker Girl. And Jeannie herself quote tweeted the announcement from Netflix saying, "This looks a little familiar." And Mindy Kaling and Kate Hudson on Netflix sounds like a winner. So this comes on the heels of the Winning Time, which was on HBO, and Legacy, the true story of the LA Lakers, the documentary series that was on Hulu. So in the past couple years,
and the Magic Doc on Apple.
Yes, and the Magic Doc on Apple. So there's been a couple different varying forms of Lakers-related content, and all about building the legacy, the history for maybe young fans, for people around the league that don't really know that history of what the Lakers are built on.
Mm-hmm.
So this is all about Lakers' legacy being built. What do you guys think?
I think it's both really awesome and kind of tricky at the same time. The Lakers are one of the handful of brands that transcend the sport itself. Like, you don't need to be a basketball fan to know what the Lakers are. It's the Cowboys, it's the Yankees. Like, they're just one of those teams that you are in. If the Laker thing you see, you're like, oh, what's that?
Yeah,
so
Prada, Lakers.
They're just you just know what it is, and you kind of have an association with quality when you see a Laker thing.
Yes.
I also think there's something to this, that because the Lakers have been less than terrific by their standards over the last several years, there's a little bit of, hey, don't forget about how awesome this was. I think there's a little bit of that, too.
It's making it tangible for fans that are maybe my age, that obviously we were not around in the 80s. And so it's like, here's this tangible thing that you can see that you could then tell everybody else about when you see, like, Winning Time, when you see Legacy, when you see these things on screen. It helps create the legacy of the brand.
When were you? I can't ask that
96.
question. Thank you. Some people missed Jordan's entire run.
Yeah.
They have no idea. So how do you argue with someone who's never seen him play?
If I can offer a small bit of advice, you just don't.
You can't.
But
if you want to have an intelligent conversation, you can't with someone who's never really seen him play.
You got to do the research on the thing you didn't see.
Yeah.
That's also what The Last Dance was all about, was about building a legacy for a group of people that didn't see you actually play.
It's like
and
movies,
controlling the narrative.
Movies and shows.
Yeah.
If you weren't there, you didn't see it, you don't know
Couldn't
what it
agree
means.
more.
Yeah.
And also, me and you covered the Lakers after Kobe had, retired, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, the Lakers do a good job at doing this, and they focus on retiring Kobe's jerseys, putting up this statue, putting up that statue. So they find ways to keep their brand.
The Lakers are as good at anybody at telling their history.
Right.
They're terrific at it.
They're
and I mean
avenues.
that as a compliment.
Boston could do it.
Boston can do it, and they
Rock-
do it. The Yankees do it, but the Lakers are as good at it as anybody.
I'm trying to think, like the Cowboys could do it, the Steelers could do it.
Yeah.
But you don't see Steelers, a bunch of docs about the Steelers being put out. So it's just, there's not that
but
many.
They're not associated with, like, stars
No.
and glitz and glamour.
That's it. The Lakers are so
Hollywood. Yeah.
They're the Lakers,
Yeah.
man. They're just their own thing.
Yeah.
What I don't love typically is fictionalized stuff loosely based on a real thing, because it's like, okay, are we trying to be funny? Are we trying to tell a story? Are we just using it
Stop
as a
taking
rough
shots
outline?
at Kurt Warner.
Yeah, but that at least was trying.
Let me head
to
you off the
be
map.
Rudy.
the thing. But yeah, but that wasn't an. Hey, this is inspired by. They were trying to tell the Kurt Warner story. They just told it.
All
maybe-
that
Rudy.
happened just not in 1 year.
Right.
The thing too here is the audience that loves Kate Hudson, that loves Minnie Kaling, that loves Max Greenfield, that loves this stuff, maybe isn't the same people that love the Lakers, and so maybe they're trying to get this other aspect of it. But I think it seems like it might be something more like Ted Lasso based, where you get kind of a different new fan base and international fan base. I don't know. The Lakers don't need help, but I'm going to watch it. I like Minnie Kaling and I like Kate Hudson.
So basically, it's a woman running a sports team, like it's
A
based
woman running a basketball team that happens to have all of her basketball trophies in the windowsill of her office.
Name one movie that had a woman in charge that wasn't the villain.
Well, I'm just going to try
Major
to think off the
League.
top. Major League, she was the bad guy.
Any Given Sunday.
Any
that
Given
was Cameron
Sunday,
Diaz,
she was
the
a
villain.
bad guy.
Because I can't remember too many. This might be groundbreaking.
Okay.
They're always usually the villain.
Yeah. Jennifer Garner in Draft Day was not in charge, but she
Talking
was
about-
kind of.
Or just
in
sports
it.
movies that we're talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah, just sports movies. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah. Remember the Any Given Sunday, wasn't it Quaid? Remember his wife in the movie? Oh, my God.
It was Holly. What was her name? Holly something.
She was mean. Oh, my gosh.
She was ruthless.
Vicious. This might be good. I may watch. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So what's cold is nachos. So in the game
Nacho
yesterday
cheese.
between the Capitals and the Oilers, their goalie. So Travis, you step in if I miss up any things.
Okay.
But their goalie, Logan Thompson, the Capitals goalie, was distracted while another player, Corey Perry, was coming down to score against the Capitals.
Yes.
And he was pointing at something on the on the ice. Sorry, and Corey Perry scores. And what happens to be what was on the ice was a thing of nachos. And so he was distracted by the nachos. The Oilers ended up scoring. The Capitals ended up winning. But at the end of the day, it's all based on the nachos being a distraction.
You got it exactly right. That there was a play where all of a sudden Perry's taking a shot on goal, and very near Perry, there's a plate of nachos lying. Somebody had thrown nachos onto the ice.
Really?
And so the
waste of
goalie-
nachos, by the way, probably $20.
Huge waste of nachos. The goalie's trying to hey, there's nachos on the ice and track the shot at the same time. He got beat by the shot. The shot goes in. The shot counted. Thankfully the Caps ended up winning that game. But who hasn't been distracted by a plate
That's
of
true
nachos?
fat guy. Food.
Oh,
food,
man.
goal.
You guys saw my nachos that I had on Monday night.
Those looked amazing.
Yes, food.
You're not a nachos guy. You say you skipped the nachos.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was looking at the replay right now, what you guys are talking about,
Yeah.
and even the Oilers players are like, what happened?
What happened?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're confused, but they
Who
scored.
throws nachos?
And then
Not
some
me.
girl has to
You
go
gotta
and
make it
clean it up.
over. You got to make it over.
Yeah, and you would think that when they hit the ice, they'd go off like a bomb,
Everywhere.
like stuff
They
everywhere.
stayed mostly in there.
I was going to say, this was a mostly intact order of nachos.
Wow.
That's why I don't like them, because it's one piece. Like,
No.
you can't,
And again, that's my thing about
But see, Jorge.
Coagulated cheese.
Counterpoint. That's the best part of nachos. Where
When you pick 'em all up.
I'm just going to take one, and 94 chips come with a pound of
Oh,
cheese and
my.
guacamole and salsa and everything else. Like, well, I'm just going to take all of these.
Have you guys seen that I Think You Should Leave sketch?
Incredible.
Where he's on a date with this girl,
Incredible.
and they are sharing nachos on this date. It's a sketch show.
Yeah.
And sharing nachos in this date, and
you've seen this?
She's talking and eating nachos as she's talking, and he is just kind of watching her talk / watching what she's eating at the nachos, and he's just zeroed in that she's taking all the good parts of the nachos. She's taking all the meat, all the guac, and everything. And so at one point in time, she goes to the bathroom. He goes to the waiter and goes, "Hey, could you just tell her that there's a rule that you can't eat more of your portion of nachos. All the best parts of the nachos.
Good stuff. Oh.
And so the waiter's like, okay, weirdo. And so then goes up to her and says, "Hey, ma'am, there's a rule that you have to split the nachos evenly." And she goes, "Did you tell him to say that?"
Oh, got him. Oh, my God.
It's fantastic.
Do you know that show? I think you should leave. I think you should leave.
No.
It's a
on
bonkers
Netflix.
sketch show.
It is. That's a perfect description.
This is when you leave?
Don't get hung up on the title.
Oh, okay.
It's Tim Robinson is kind of the main guy in most of these sketches, and they're just the weirdest sketches you've ever seen.
Okay.
And you either love it, my hand's in the air. I know Emily really likes
it.
it.
Or you hate it.
Or my wife, Susan, she
What's it called again?
I think you should leave.
I'll check it out. Netflix.
It's the thing that. So
I've
if you've
never even
seen this,
it.
If you've seen this out there, the 55 hot dogs, 55 nachos, 55 corn dogs.
I'll watch it.
It's
how long? It's like
each sketch
it's like
is
10 minutes.
Well,
no, the episodes are like 10 minutes long. They're very
the
quick.
sketches are like 3 minutes.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're bizarre.
And they're all over the
Seems
place.
weird.
Yeah.
It'll be like one's great and one's bad.
Yeah, and you'll think, okay, I get this, and then it takes another turn. You're like, oh, that was weird, and then it takes another one. It's like, it's bonkers weird.
And the way I want to see it now.
It's very.
And
funny.
Tim Robinson used to be on SNL, so
Yeah.
and then he was too weird for SNL.
All the sketches that would have gotten thrown out, he's putting on Netflix.
They're too, like Em said, they're too weird
Too
for
weird.
like this doesn't. They don't make any sense at all, but they're really funny.
Okay.
But when I think of nachos, I think of that.
Do you get thrown out for throwing? Because you can throw octopus on the ice.
I think if it's the kind of your like
hats,
the Red Wings throw octopus. The
hat trick, you throw your hats, which I would never do.
The teddy bears for some
teddy
stuff.
bears. So you've been throwing
Carolina
nachos?
Panthers. They throw plastic rats on the ice.
Okay, so all that's good, but nachos bad. You don't get thrown out.
I think you get thrown out for nachos.
No,
I think
again,
if you threw your beer on the ice, you get thrown out.
Okay, but if I throw a squid, I'm good.
If the Red Wings scored a goal,
okay, yeah.
yes.
This living animal, bad.
I think it's gone at that point.
You said plastic rat. You just walk in with a rat in case it happens?
Yes.
Or how does that? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And then throw it on the ice.
Yeah,
No
because their
way.
whole thing, the year they won the Stanley Cup, one of their players, I guess they played in this crappy old building, and they literally had a rat in the locker room, and somebody flicked the puck and killed the rat and so
became
they
a
went
thing.
on one, and now they throw rats.
Yes.
And that's what I don't get about people who throw anything, in celebration, like the beer, the celebration, the stuff. That costs a lot of money
I'm not
to eat.
throwing my nachos.
It's going in my stomach.
We were
Not
at a
throwing my
Ducks game
nachos.
one night, and I think it was Ryan Getzlaff had a hat trick, and my son Michael's a huge Ducks fan, and he would get all decked out and all stuff.
Please don't tell me.
And he goes, "Can I throw it?" I said, "You can if you want." I said, "I'm not replacing
We're
it."
not getting another
Yeah.
one. Oh.
Whoop, right back on his
There
head.
you go. See, smart.
Yeah, I'm like, if you want to, if you are that impressed by that performance, you want to tip your cap.
Good for you.
I'm not replacing it.
Nope, not at all.
Yeah. The dump is coming up next. Who's Hot, Who's Cold is brought to you by Next Gen. Game Day Comfort, powered by Next Gen, the official plumbing, heating, and AC company of SoCal Sports. 3 NEXGEN to snag their $80 drain clean today. The dump coming up.
Question. What do they do with all this? Throw it away, or just they sell
All
them
the
afterwards?
stuff?
Yeah, like it's up in the trash.
Your hat you can go get.
Okay.
So they come with the guys
The shovel?
the shovel and the broom, and he scoops them to where the Zamboni is, and you can come back and say that's
And then
mine.
the teddy bear one, I think they donate those to the children's hospital.
But you can get your hat back.
Do they have like a big bin of plastic rats in Miami that they keep with these things?
And
Hey, I want my rat back.
Well, okay, so let's say they throw all the rats, the plastic rats.
Yeah.
And why not distribute them when people are coming in?
Give them back
Like
to the
just,
people?
No, just in
Okay.
case we have something cool happen tonight.
Yeah.
chuck
I mean,
your
honestly,
plastic
good
rat.
idea.
See,
They
yeah.
also might be doing that.
Yeah, maybe.
It's like those
Might be.
3D glasses when you watch a 3D movie. Yeah, you
Yeah.
put them back in the bin.
Yeah.
Hockey's weird.
It's also
And
awesome.
guess who played hockey in this building? Greg Bergman.
Okay, quick question before we move on from that. We were talking today, and he said, "Oh, when I was playing hockey," and I said, "Oh, you're a hockey player?"
Yes.
And he goes, "Yeah," and he goes, "Well, roller hockey. Is that hockey?"
Oh, he said roller hockey?
Yeah.
Oh, that changes the whole
I
conversation.
thought so too.
Oh, boo! I take everything back.
Yeah,
Never
yeah.
mind.
Hockey
Never mind.
is hockey. Roller hockey is roller hockey.
No offense to the roller hockey people.
It's different.
It is.
Yeah.
But we thought he meant ice hockey.
That's why he clarified. He did say, he didn't pretend it was.
So he punched that kid and it was roller hockey?
Apparently.
Oh, yeah, you got a bad attitude. yeah. I thought that was ice hockey. Oh, okay.
Yeah, punching somebody in ice hockey, that's
normal.
like getting a rebound
Right.
in basketball. That's just part of the game.
Right.
That's just how it goes.
Yes.
The Dump coming up next is Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. It is official. Rotolo Chevrolet Dealer of the Year, year after year after year after year. 13 years in a row at Rotolo Chevrolet. Why? Well, because they're great, because you're going to feel great, because they're going to give you a great car or truck at a great price with customer service that you're going to remember and tell all your friends about. That's why. That's how they win Dealer of the Year, year after year. You feel good about your purchase at Rotolo Chevrolet. It's why not only have I been driving Silverados for years now, but I've purchased cars from Rotolo Chevrolet because they treat you like that every single time. Transparent, courteous, upfront. You're going to love it. Go see for yourself what all the fun's about at Rotolo Chevrolet. If you've been thinking about a Silverado, forget it. There's no other place to go other than Rotolo. Every make, model, and color, they've got you covered. Go see why Mike Capozio's dancing on TV. Go see why I've been telling you about Rotolo Chevrolet for years, because they are the place to be for that new Chevy car truck. Right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit in Fontana. And if you don't live in Fontana or near Fontana but still want that great customer service and that great deal, RotoloChevy.com. ROTOLO, RotoloChevy.com, and tell them that Travis sent you.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL, realfathersrights.com/710, or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights, the Father's Rights Attorneys.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming-LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming-LAX.
It's playoff time, and you can take full advantage by winning some cash playing daily fantasy football on Sleeper Picks. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. And now, Sleeper has a special offer. New users just have to play $5 to get $55 in free entries. Download the Sleeper app today and use code SCORE and get $55 in free entries when you play $5. That's code SCORE. Must be at least 18 years old. Promo code, location, and other restrictions apply. Minimum deposit $25. See terms of use for details. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-426-2537 for help.
Finding the right employee for your company is tough. One wrong hire can be a major setback. You're not alone if you face this. A recent survey by Robert Half shows nearly half of hiring managers readily admit to making a bad hire. Luckily, there's a solution. With Robert Half's specialized recruiter's experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can have the right skilled professional in place quickly. We understand what it takes to build winning teams because at Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
Start with a couple of birthdays here. Happy January 22nd birthdays to Caitlin Clark, who turns 23 years old today. Quite a ride.
The basketball player, right?
Yeah.
She was in Kansas
Taylor
City.
Swift's friend. I like to refer to her as Taylor Swift's friend.
I mean, they just keep adding the hate, don't they? Oh, my God. They know exactly what they're doing.
I'm not a Taylor Swift hater,
Yeah.
nor am I a Taylor. I'm indifferent towards her, and I would say the same thing with Caitlin Clark. I'm like, enough, dude.
Yes.
Enough,
They're
dude.
stacking the deck with wanting people
stop,
to beat the Chiefs.
Stop. Like, I don't need to see her after every play, either one of them.
It builds the hate, right? You want to beat them so
No, I know
bad,
what they're
and
doing.
then you can't.
Happy 57th birthday to Food Network mega star Guy Fieri.
Oh, no
Diners,
way.
drive-ins, and dives.
Love that show.
No way.
I'm flipping. Diner Triple D's on. Guess who's stopping? Me. Love it.
Did you say triple D's?
Triple D.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Okay, go
diners,
ahead.
drive-ins, and dives. That's what they call it. Triple D.
You know, I've never really watched an episode.
It's great. He goes into like diners and bars and
does stuff,
and
right?
they
Yeah.
cook their specialty,
Yes, I
and
have.
he eats it and says that was great. It's like the most basic formula in the world, only it's incredibly compelling.
What a great job.
Apparently, he is one of the true good guys. You know, I don't. But when the pandemic happened and restaurants were going out of business left and right, and service workers were going out of work left and right, he raised tens of millions of dollars.
Did
for
he
them.
really? Okay,
Yes.
good for him.
Yes.
Yes, that's awesome.
Yeah, apparently a super good guy.
He's got great hair though.
What? Yeah, a lot of stuff.
He has iconic hair.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don King. That's
Don King's crown, baby.
You just know him.
Yeah.
Yes. Great hair.
Kobe today was 81 points against the Toronto Raptors,
No
second
way.
most in NBA history, behind
Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt Chamberlain.
I've learned
There
my
we go
lesson.
again.
Yes, okay.
There we go again.
So January 22nd. No way. That's
Yeah.
the anniversary.
It's the
81 points.
81 points.
Do you believe Phil Jackson?
Which part?
Phil Jackson said he had no idea how many points he had, like going into the third.
That Kobe didn't or Phil didn't?
Phil didn't know how many points Kobe actually had at the time. Like he
I
was
believe that.
When he looked up and said, how many points does he have? And he
Yeah.
was like in the 70s.
Yeah, I believe that.
Really?
I do, because...
How do you not know?
I bet it was this. I bet he knew he had a ton, but he didn't know exactly how many. Like if you would have said, hey, Kobe's got 58. Okay. Hey, he's actually got 74. Really? Like he knew he had more than 50 or
he's
whatever.
He's literally taking every shot,
No, I
and
know.
he's making a lot.
I know. It's crazy.
So you knew he had a lot. You just didn't know it was that many.
I think we'll see. I don't know if we'll see 100 go down. You think we'll see somebody else get 81? The way that people can make three-point shots now, do you think? Because let's say you make 23s, that's 60 points.
The only one I thought that would have done it or could have done it was Steph.
Steph?
Because he can just fill it up and
Yeah.
get hot. Maybe Harden.
There will be another.
Luka had 73.
Luka, a
There'll
guy
be
that just
another
won this-
generation of guys coming who have played nothing but basketball like that, where
Yeah.
you take nothing but threes, and they have a night where they just can't miss.
Donovan Mitchell had 71.
If you're the other four, would you get mad or jealous? I'd be
No.
feeding you the rock.
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for winning.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah.
When you... Yeah, go.
Yeah.
Go. Take another one. Take another one.
Here you go. Yeah.
Yep. You got the
I mean,
commercial?
Joel
I got
Embiid
the
had
commercial.
72.
Yeah, 70 happens occasionally, but we've only had two 80-plus.
This is Kobe and Jalen.
Hey, Cole, how you doing? How retirement treating you?
It's great, man. It's great. Just, a little writing, a little investing.
Nice.
A drink, Mr. Bryant? Yeah, I'll have a vodka martini.
How many olives would you like?
81.
Oh.
Really? Nah, man, I'm just playing. Just two. Joke for him. He gets it.
That commercial
Oh, so good, man.
It's on the short list of my all-time sports commercials.
Funny.
Because both Jalen and Kobe are so good in that commercial.
Yes.
Like the way Kobe looks at Jalen, just that Kobe stare, right? And then, nah, man, just joke between us. He gets it. And Jalen's just broken.
Okay. Do you remember the
It's
game?
great.
Jalen wasn't on him for all 81 points, was he?
No, but he's on him for
A
a lot of
majority of
them. It wasn't 81 for 81, but it wasn't 6 for 81.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. The 60 of those are yours.
Here's my recollection of that moment, and it was what was it? It was 2006. Is that what it was?
Yeah,
Em?
2006.
Yeah. So you know what year the iPhone was invented, right? 2007, right? That's when so it was before like you were getting constant updates on your phone of stuff that was happening.
Yeah.
I remember all of a sudden my friends I had a BlackBerry at the time.
Oh wow.
Right? And they're like, they would text you on your BlackBerry like, hey, are you watching this? And for whatever reason, I wasn't watching that night. And they're like, Kobe has X amount of points at the half or whatever. I'm like, that's a lie. And then it's like, no, dude, he's just scored. And I remember turning it on late in the third quarter and saying, I can't believe what I'm looking at.
No, incredible.
81.
Maybe Wemby? Maybe Wemby in a few years?
Ooh, because Wemby can shoot threes.
Inside and out.
Unguardable down low.
Yeah.
Can make his free throws.
Maybe Wemby. He might be the guy.
I wouldn't mind seeing somebody make a run at it.
Yeah,
that'd be
I think
kind
he
of
could.
fun.
Yep.
Apple's seminal ad for the new Macintosh computer, directed by Ridley Scott, played during Super Bowl in 1984. It was the one where the lady throws the hammer into the big screen.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's based off of 1984.
Yeah, I remember that. That was groundbreaking.
It really looked, and really kind of was a very short film.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was
Macintosh.
awesome. Yeah, and she spins around and big face on the screen. Yeah.
Texas Instrument. That's what I had. Old computer.
I did not
Commodore
have
64. Yeah.
We never had a computer in the
really?
house.
Okay.
The first computer I ever had was a laptop when I was an adult in the workforce.
Okay. We had Texas Instrument and then Commodore 64. And
Okay.
then
Did you have a typewriter in college?
I had, and this was hot. Oh, I almost did it again. This
Let me
was
guess.
hot stuff.
Go ahead. Word processor?
Yep. Yep.
So explain to me what that is. I don't know what that
So
is.
this was a typewriter, okay, that had a cord that would plug into a TV kind of looking screen thing, but that came with it, that you could type it up on a screen so you could edit it like digitally, and then when you were done, you would hit print and it would type it on a typewriter automatically. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And it was state of the art.
Big time. You were a rich kid.
I had that. I got that my junior year of college, I think it was.
Were you
And
writing your papers before that, or using a typewriter before that?
an actual typewriter.
We actually had to write papers.
Yeah, and or tick, 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 white out with those little pieces of
Oh,
white
my
paper
God.
to cover them up.
Or go back, pack, pack.
Yes, you have to go over this.
Back again, back again.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
I forget the sitcom where I saw this, but it's the lights went out for throughout the house, and they're like, "Oh, I had a paper to write." She's like, "Oh, we'll use our typewriter." Oh, sure. She goes to her room, types it. She comes down. She's like, "Okay, how do I print it now?"
Amazing.
God bless her.
My entire team used that thing.
The typewriter or the word processor?
The word processor. Because
Yeah,
I was the only one that had it, and they're like, "Dude, can I use your thing tonight?" I'm like, "Yeah, I guess." And like, there was a virtual line to use this thing.
My roommate had one.
Yeah.
Greatest
The little
thing ever.
ding at the end when you finish. Ding.
And you have to hit the return.
So if you messed up, you had to use whiteout, right?
Whiteout, or there are these little strips of like white plastic that had a film on it. Okay, that you like. Let's say you wanted to type the word shot, and you missed the O and put in an I instead. So you would go back and go over the I, do the sound again. Back, forward, back, and you'd hit I to erase it with this white film, and you'd have to move the white tape
just like that.
It was
So when you're writing a paper in college, you'd have to write it out on. You would probably write it a bunch of times before you get on the typewriter because you had to make mistakes.
Turn in a
rough draft,
right?
Then turn in another,
and
then
on written paper.
On written paper, and then final draft, you had to type it.
My mom would do a handwritten one, and then she would, okay, I'm ready to type this, and she would put the white paper.
And now kids just use Chat GPT.
Yep.
Incredible.
Speaking, so I get a notification on my phone. Apple account charged $25 for Chat GPT. I'm like, what's going on?
Who ordered that? Yeah. Who?
Kelly.
Ah.
Like, did you order Chat GPT? Yeah. I'm like, did you know it's $25? No. I'm like, well, it is.
Yep.
Send it over.
Collect.
Super Crosstalk is coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
It's playoff time, and it's now or never. Don't miss out on the last few weeks of football action with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the playoffs. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars awarded in winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. The app is really easy to use. Pick 2 or more players across any sport, pick more or less on their projection, and you could win up to 1,000 times your money. Prize Picks now offers MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. Join Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app, available to play in more than 40-plus states, including California and Texas. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code TRAV and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code TRAV on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Happy New Year from Kia of Carson. We're celebrating the new year with deals on all your favorite 2025 Kia models. Just go to KiaofCarson.com and check out our specials on the award-winning Telluride, hybrids, EVs, and plug-ins. The deals don't stop there. You can save on the entire Kia lineup, including our huge inventory of Kia-certified used cars. Kia of Carson has won numerous awards for customer service, so we know how to make the process easy and enjoyable. Hurry into Kia of Carson for the best selection.
This is Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike on ESPN Radio. I'm reaching out with a message that's close to my heart. Devastating fires have ravaged the Los Angeles area, leaving families displaced, homes destroyed, and the community in need of help. Right now, you have the power to make a real difference. Your donation, big or small, can provide food, shelter, supplies, and much-needed support for those affected by the fires. If you are able to, please help those affected by the California wildfires and donate at www.lafoodbank.org/fire.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Super Crosstalk presented by In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
How is Ralph's in Redondo Beach, fellas?
Tell you Travis, I'm now going on BB Go dumpling number 2.
Way to go.
I'm on the number 1.
I am shooting for at least between 14 and 16 while we're here today.
I'll take the over, John. Those things are so good.
They are so good.
Sounds like you're eating one right now.
Yeah, I am. We all are.
Okay,
so here's the scene, guys. We're in the parking lot at Ralph's in Redondo Beach. We've already got a bunch of fans lined up. The BB Go truck is here. If you've never had BB Go, you got to get down here because it's free, frankly, and you can try it. And Sasha Vujicic and Robert Horry are going to be down here later.
Nice.
We're giving away tickets to Lakers Celtics tomorrow night, 2 pair of tickets for a Laker game next week, and we've got an Austin Reeves signed jersey and a signed ball.
Yeah, awesome. Rui signed the ball.
Oh, Rui did?
Yeah.
Oh, good. So, and it's all going on between now and 3.
Are we
So we went through and we went shopping.
Nice.
The premise here is that we each bought 10 items that could be donated because we're also collecting items for the LA Regional Food Bank, non-perishable food items, toiletry, stuff like that. So we went down the aisles, and we each got to pick 10 items. And then we rang up those 10 items.
Don't say the prices.
I'm not going to say the prices, but people are going to try to guess, look at the carts, and try to guess what the total is in the cart.
Okay. Is everything in your cart healthy?
No.
Either is
One
mine.
thing is not.
I got a 10 of those individual cereal boxes, and I had all the big hits to Marco: Cocoa Puffs, Fruit Loops.
Oh,
Apple
you're talking
Jacks.
the little mini boxes, John?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
well, when you were a kid and your mom or dad would sign off on the mini boxes, that was a special day.
Oh, it was a big
yeah.
Yes.
I told this story when Social followed us around in there. So you'll be able to see all this later on video. But my dad, in his Irish brogue, when I would go to the store and bring that stuff back, would look at me with disgust and say, "You'd be better off eating the box."
It's pure sugar. Now I think I remember getting your dad to say Lucky Charms. Lucky Charms, they're magically delicious.
We probably have it as a drop.
We probably do. But is that
they're always
wasn't
after
the
me
right...
Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms.
And vitamin D milk. If
Yeah,
you're gonna
that was
have
the right
cereal. Have vitamin D milk.
Did you guys drink the vitamin D milk when you were kids,
Yeah,
too?
of
Was that
course
the only
you
thing you had
did.
in your
Yes,
house?
that was the thing. Milk,
Us,
yes.
too. When was the last time you had a sip or a glass
I'm
of it?
afraid of vitamin
Dude, it's
D
like
milk.
drinking motor oil.
Well, I always buy milk that has no lactose now because it lasts long.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
Lactate.
and I'm old.
Yeah.
But
I can't remember the last time I bought milk.
We have
you're
milk
not
in the house, but
cereal guy.
it's non-fat
thing.
milk.
I don't know.
Yeah, but the
I'm like
cereals you
Jason
just mentioned.
Segel and forgetting Sarah Marshall. I could eat cereal, breakfast,
all
lunch,
day.
and dinner.
Yes, if you're having
Yeah.
good cereal, have the milk with it. Yeah, don't have almond milk with like
Amen.
Lucky Charms.
Were you guys fighting over anything today? What was
We were
fighting. Shopping. So.
You were not fighting. Stop it, Mason.
No,
were
we were
fighting
not.
yesterday.
We were just talking a minute ago about the Kobe 81 game. Today's the anniversary.
Oh,
of
Yeah,
the
well,
Kobe
so
81
Sasha's coming up later, and the first thing I'm going to say to him is I'm going to say, this is the 19th anniversary of you and Kobe combining for 84 points.
That's awesome.
Pretty impressive,
That is
huh?
awesome.
John, were you calling games then, or were you on the sidelines?
I was on the sidelines, and it was funny. There was a kid from my high school following me around that night. It was just the game he happened to pick.
Okay.
And immediately after that, he went into sportscasting, and now he works at KCBS.
Oh, really?
He was so
Yeah.
blown away
Wow.
by everything that happened that night.
John-
And it was surreal because the Lakers were down 7 at the end of the first quarter and down 14 at the half. So in a lot of Kobe's high-scoring games, he had one game where he had 61 points after 3 quarters, and Phil pulled him. And but in this game, they
In this case,
needed
it
him.
continued to be competitive.
Yeah, and so it was just a perfect storm.
That was
By
just
the way,
what was the backstory on that? Was he trying to show someone up, or just mad, or what?
no. They fell way behind. That was a team that didn't have a lot of he didn't have a lot of help. The starting lineup was Kobe and Smush Parker in the backcourt, and then Lamar Odom, Chris Mim, and somebody else up front.
That was like Black Hat
Kobe
then. Villain Kobe.
Yeah, they just didn't have a lot of firepower, and so they fell behind by 14. And the interesting thing is, over the years, Mason and I have had a lot of guys on the show who
played for Toronto,
and all of them say
Sam Mitchell
refused to take the ball out of Kobe's hands. He just kept changing the defender. He would occasionally send a trap, but not fast enough.
Why would you do that?
And Mike James and Jalen Rose, both who've been on the show, were going over to him going, Coach, let's just put 3 guys on him and make somebody else shoot. Sam's like, no, that's against my defensive principles. And so it was the perfect storm.
Did
just
Sam Mitchell ever get another head coaching job after Toronto?
Well, get a load of this, Trav.
Not if that's
after Toronto, he was NBA Coach of the Year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he didn't get fired as a result of that. But then lately he has not had success getting jobs. He works at NBA TV. He's a nice guy, but he just defensively refused to believe that one guy was going to go off for 80. It makes sense because no one ever had.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
was the only one.
Do you think that we'll see somebody get? I mean, we always had a handful of 70s. We saw Donovan Mitchell.
It's a unique set of circumstances, and one of the keys is it's got to be a competitive game. You can't have a blowout and then a guy just scoring for the hell of it. It's just not a good look. So that was the key to the 81-point game, was they were playing from behind a lot of that game. So
I do think someone will score more than 81. I don't know if anybody will get to 100.
What about
Wemby?
Wemby?
Somebody will score more than 81
Who's
before
most
I
likely
die.
to do it out
Wemby
there?
at some
Probably
point.
Wemby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they do it because it's a Wemby kind of thing, and he's just
he's the only one that can
or
do
is
it.
it somebody the way the game's played now that just goes nuclear behind the line?
When Clay broke the record for most threes in a game, he holds the NBA record with 14.
14.
He only played 3 quarters. Had they left him in, he really could have expounded on that record. But the Warriors were killing somebody, and Steve Kerr took him out. So it could be like that, Trav. Somebody gets really hot from 3. I'm surprised that the record is still only 14.
Yeah, we were talking about that a couple of weeks, you and I, John, about that 14. I know that's a million threes, but that seems oddly low considering the way the game's played now and how good the shooters are.
Right,
Yeah,
and somebody the other day, it may have been Wemby. I can't remember who it was, but somebody the other day had 11 at halftime and then didn't get any more.
3-point shots at halftime?
Yeah.
Damn.
11 threes. And I think somebody's going to break 14 within the next couple of years.
Okay, I got a quick.
I think that's more likely than the 81.
Probably.
A 2-part Laker thing that I want to run by you guys and ask you guys that I don't understand this well enough to know if everybody can do that or this was a set of circumstances that was only eligible for what the Suns did, trading 1 pick for 3 more because they can trade these 3 where they couldn't trade others. Is that something that every team can do? Like, and what I'm getting at is, could the Lakers do something like that? Just never mind should they. Put that aside for a second, but could they?
All right, so without getting too into the weeds, I will tell you why it isn't as black and white as it appears, Trav.
Okay.
So they did get 3 number 1s back.
Yeah.
But Phoenix surrendered their own number 1 with no protections. So now Utah has that pick. They have Phoenix's number 1 pick. I think it's next year. The 3 picks that the Suns got back, remember that Utah traded everybody. They traded Rudy Gobert, got a haul of picks. They traded Donovan Mitchell, got a haul of picks. So Utah and Oklahoma City control the draft for the next 10 years.
Okay.
The picks that Phoenix got, the 3 number 1s, are all like Utah has 4 number 1 picks for like the next 5 years in every first round. And so it's the worst of the 4. In other words, so when the season ends, they look at the 3 or 4 picks that they had, and they get to pick. It could be one of Cleveland's picks.
Right,
it could be one of Minnesota's
there,
picks. But it's not going to be a lottery pick. That's why they were able to get away with it. And, yeah, you can do it, but any big trade involving a lot of picks over the next 5 years has probably got to go through Utah or Oklahoma City because they've got all the picks. those guys, they traded Paul George and got the Clippers to give him 6 picks in Oklahoma City, and then Utah traded Gobert and Mitchell. So if you want to go down this rabbit hole, you can look. But Utah and Oklahoma City have multiple, and when I say multiple, like more than 3 first-round picks for the next 5 years in every draft.
Crazy. Okay. That they did that. That means Jimmy Butler's coming to Phoenix, right?
Boy.
I think
sure
so.
Seems like.
I think so. But here's the problem. They've got to make the money work.
Okay.
And so they've got to send Bradley Beal out.
That's what I
in
thought.
that
Supposedly
deal.
Milwaukee, he's approved as a potential destination.
John
Milwaukee
Gambadoro,
would be involved.
who's basically he's like one of us in Phoenix. He's had a talk show down there for years. Says that Beal has waived his no trade clause to the Bucks. So that probably means Pat Connaughton is getting out of Milwaukee, and I would love the Lakers to get in the mix for him. He's a great athlete who defends and can shoot threes. So that's why it's like a domino thing, guys. Like once you hear Jimmy Butler's moving, then you start adding it up. Okay, if Butler's moving to Phoenix, that means Beal's got to go somewhere. Where's Beal going? He's going to Milwaukee. Okay, who's coming out of Milwaukee?
Right.
It'll be Connaughton, maybe Chris Middleton, and they become available. So it's going to be a lot of jigsaw puzzle pieces between now and February 6th.
Okay, so with the jigsaw analogy, if the Suns do what we expect them to do, and the Jimmy Butler thing does not work out, like they're kind of where they are. They're kind of lower part of the middle of the pack. Are they just dead in the water for a decade?
Kind of.
Phoenix?
Kind of are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if those guys don't do it, they're very limited in how they can rebuild.
Well, keep in mind that if they bring in Butler's 36,
right.
KD's 35. Yeah, they're doing what the Nets did a few years ago when they went all in on Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett,
and it was a catastrophe.
It didn't work. Yeah, but if you look at other teams when they've done this, sometimes it does work when you bring in older players. Remember when the Cavs traded Andrew Wiggins for Kevin Love. Wiggins was the number 1 pick in the draft. Love slid into that lineup in Cleveland, and then they won a title right away.
But I get that. But they not only traded away a player in Beal, presumably, but to get Durant, they had to trade away 1 million picks. To do the Butler thing, 1 million. Like they won't have a pick until 22-47 or whatever it is. It just it feels like there's no way out.
James Jones and Matt Ishbia, their GM, are like Les Snead in the NBA.
Do you think so?
F them picks.
F them picks, right. But they're building a really old team around stars that are fading. And
I'm with you,
they're not planning for tomorrow at all.
At all.
Right.
Not at all. Which is, by the way, we can apply this to the Lakers. So now you're reading all these reports from Shams and everybody else that KD and LeBron really want the Lakers to make a trade before February 6th and improve the roster. But at what cost? I mean, if you give up all your number ones and you trade for an older player, then what does your team look like in 4 years?
Well, that's probably not good. If the choice is leave it as is or mortgage 5 years of future, I'll just leave it as is and go from there.
Well, you realize if you leave it as is, I'm playing a little bit, I think that's a legitimate opinion, but if you leave it as is, you're basically punting on LeBron and AD's window.
I understand, and
you're okay with that?
I don't love it, but I think it's better than the alternative of trying for a very narrow window to try to get the last drop of juice out of this, and maybe having no juice for a decade.
Yeah, we're going to talk about this, but I don't think there's some obvious lightning strike kind of guy that all of a sudden turns his team from kind of middle of the pack into legit championship contender. That player's not out there.
Every year, a player who we don't expect moves, like the one we didn't see coming.
Right.
And it happens every year. I don't know who it'll be this year. Might be Zach LaVine. Butler, I think most people have assumed is going. But there are, if anybody indicates that they're not going to re-sign with their team, like what if De'Aaron Fox became available? Then we got to have a conversation.
Oh yeah,
that's a little different.
He's the type of guy, Trav, that if he becomes available and they call you and say, all right, we want all your number ones, we want Austin Reeves, we want Dalton Connect, whatever, you at least have to entertain it. You don't have to do it.
Yeah.
But you have to entertain what it would be to put De'Aaron Fox next to LeBron, next to AD, and with a couple of shooters and see if that could be lightning in a bottle.
If there's
that's
a player,
the type of thing you need to stay open to.
If there's a player of that caliber, John, to your point, that we don't know today that we know tomorrow, maybe I'd change my opinion. But if it's what we think might be available versus sitting tight, and I'll sit tight.
Yes.
So it's kind of young and ascending player who somebody doesn't want to pay.
Travis.
Yeah,
that's De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, that's De'Aaron Fox.
Apple fritter.
DeMarco's getting apple fritters, and he's coming to see you guys.
Nice. Coming out here, DeMarco?
DeMarco, you'll be very happy here. This grocery store is bigger than Dallas. It's like got everything under the sun. The BB Go truck is here. It's set up. They're cooking. We're already into the dumplings. It's a time. It's a time down here today.
Dumplings.
So everybody out here, Redondo Beach. We are on Hawthorne Boulevard at the Ralphs in Redondo Beach, and we are absolutely loaded today. Sasha Vujicic is going to be here. Robert Horry is going to be here. There's free dumplings for everybody. All kinds of prizes. It is a big day live from Ralph's. Trav, who brought us Supercross Talk?
I'm glad you asked, Mace, because Supercross Talk is brought to you by
You just took over there.
That's what a hamburger's all about. Go see them.
The Kings are back at Crypto.com Arena tonight, where they've been the best home team in the NHL this season.
Reed Spence in the blue line. In the middle for